Hey, what's up? I'm a hologram, bitches. How's it going, fish? How you doing? How you doing? Yeah, so long story short, my my PC had a Windows update, and then it was like, fuck you! And I was like, oh. So I spent several, oh my god, the hologram song. Thank you. I don't like all like the squares and everything, but because of how it is, I can't apply transparency to VC face like I'm supposed to be able to. So I just use like a chroma key on it, and it kind of works, it kind of doesn't, but we'll see. So I was like, you know what? I was messing around with some shaders, and I made it look like this. And I was like, you know what? It's not bad. I like it. It's I was hoping I could have it without having a background, but oh well. What I wanted to do was just make it so that it was like the VC face live cam thing, and then give it a solid green background. That way I could chroma key out the background. However, every time I try and add a webcam to OBS, it crashes. I don't know why. I can't even edit the properties of the webcams I've already got connected to it. So that option is not there. So I don't know what's up with my computer. Like, I'm honestly getting to the point where I might just unplug all my drives that have data on them and then just like reinstall Windows and start all over. But at the moment, this is what we got. So you know what? I think it looks neat, so I'm gonna use it. And the way that I managed to do this, because I am just using VC face, right? And VC face has its own built-in like shader stuff that you can do, like a bloom effect, chromatic aberration. Of which I've actually got the chromatic aberration on my ears. Like, I've got it on my whole thing, but it's only really noticeable on the ears and the top of my head. So I have that turned on and a few other things, but there's this thing called reshade, and it's what I was using to make my halo look really cool, right? So I decided, you know what? VC face is technically a game. Reshade is open source for any game. You can just apply the shaders to it. So I messed around and I made it work, and I was like, awesome, cool. So that's what I did, and it works kind of, except for the background thing, but whatever, no big deal. I figured, you know what, I'm a glitch mouse, I can become a hologram, why not? I could do whatever I want. It's my thing. I can do whatever I want. I also realized I really don't need to stick to my color scheme of like the grays, purples, pinks, and blues. So like when I make other models, I'll probably add like other colors like greens and reds and orange and whatnot. Like I don't need to stick to the same thing. Like I can have different variations. You know, I can have whatever I want. And I know I mentioned it before because I want to have like hologram ears and tail on a model that I can swap in and out. Well, pink's already my normal color. Pink is like my main color actually. Just recently I've been using a little bit more blue just because I felt like using blue. But I was talking about how I want to have like the hologram ears and tail kind of thing, or like horns or whatever, and I can have those changed to whatever color you guys want them to. I'll just have to figure out that, but really shouldn't be that difficult. So, but for the moment, this is what I'm doing, and I was like, you know what, it works, it's cool, it's neat, it's different. I've even got like a motion blur thing kind of going on. It's very faint because I have it super turned down, but I feel like it adds to it a little bit. Like, there are so many filters I'm using on this right now. So let's hope that it doesn't explode my computer. But I figured, why not, you know? And then I found that this background is the one that looks the best, because a lot of them actually don't come through all the squares. Even with, like, the color keying. I have 3 different color keys on this, by the way. And they barely do anything. So I was like, you know what? We'll go with this. Why not? Yeah, it'll do what it needs to do. Yeah. Boosted. Whoa, that looks neat. I haven't tried any of those on it yet. How's it going, Yummish? What you up to today, homie? Now I'm a very saturated hologram. I'm a little broken. A little too much now. Yeah, very bright, very bright. But I figured I'd leave all those on just so, because I know you guys will end up using them. Also, the reason that stream is like 3 hours late tonight is because, again, the Windows update made it so OBS didn't work, and it made it so VC face didn't work.
Again? Oh my.
Thank you, Yummish. I appreciate it. 5 months, homie. 5 months.
Pinky.
Pinky. It took that long for it to say it. I appreciate you wasting your prime on me, bro. Love you, homie. Thank you. But yeah, so PC had a lot of issues, and I spent like a couple hours trying to work on it. I finally got it all like finished at about like 9:15, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna sit down for a little while. I'm gonna relax and have everything all prepped for stream. So that's what I did, and then now we have stream going again. So yeah. I'm also noticing a lot of things with my model that I want to change and update, but again, this is a very I wouldn't say temporary version of the model, and the rainbow looks neat too. Like it's a beta version of what I want to do for this model, because I was telling you guys before, I want to have like a cool like cyberpunk kind of style. This is just kind of kit bashed random shit that I have and threw it together. So yo, the rainbow effect is actually kind of neat. It just changes me completely. If I were to turn down the opacity of that, I overcooked my chicken. Oh no. If I were to like turn that down, the opacity, it would be kind of neat to use. Don't you nut on me! Cam, how dare you? This is why we still call you a fish. Yeah. Back to normal. I don't know what my it looks like it changed lately, actually. The chroma keying changed. That's weird. So now like more of the side is actually there, but not what's around me. Huh. Well, that's something. I don't think I did anything, but alright. I did say it once, yes. It affects the background. It affects a lot because it's so broken. Because these shaders make it so that like the brain. The shaders make it so transparency doesn't work. So I want to use like a turn on VC Faces camera. That way I can use it as a webcam. But that didn't work because every time that I tried using like adding a webcam or altering a webcam in OBS, it would crash OBS. So like I really am to the point where I might just like completely. Well, that looks terrible. You broke the hologram, homie. Where I might just reinstall Windows and have like a fresh boot of it, literally everything. But this PC has so many issues. And the one that was supposed to arrive, I guess, it got damaged on its way to Frosted Frick's place. And since it's winter anyways, and Frosted Fricks doesn't drive in the winter, I don't know why we send him stuff in the winter, but whatever. Yeah, it was damaged. So now Theo and Frosted are going through the process of going through the insurance on it, in order to get like money's worth out of that computer now to be able to either repair it or make a new one. They're really going out of the way to help me. See, it went back to doing the thing. That's weird. Oh, it's because the glitch effect was on. That's what it was. That makes sense. Yeah, so now I'm still working with old Phoenix over here. Come on, girl, keep running. You're good. But I might need to reinstall Windows on her. And like, I might take out some of the drives in it because like she doesn't need them all in it. And so many of those drives I don't use, right? Well, I use them, but like they're like personal files and I don't really access them that much. Hate those things. Yeah. Well, apparently the computer had been sitting in water, and when they opened it, like when Frosted opened it, the front like faceplate type thing that was on it was like completely broken. And PCs are annoying. They can be, yeah. But like the front panel and all that was all broken on it. The insides were a little bit messed up, and it's like, fuck. I really hope the graphics card actually works still. Because like if the graphics card is fucked, then the main thing that I was supposed to be getting was the graphics card. And then Theo was like, I'll send you a whole computer. And I was like, okay. So honestly, all I need is the graphics card. But like, because I could hope for the best. They didn't pack it right. No, the box was like damaged. He packed it right. Theo has sent me a lot of stuff. He sent me full body VR, like headset, hands and feet and waist, right? He has sent me computer monitors. He sent me computer parts. He knows how to pack stuff. The box was left in water and was clearly tossed around. So it wasn't on him. Yeah, it wasn't Theo that was at fault. It was the post office not treating something worth over $4,000 with respect. And yeah. Yeah, that someone needs to get fired. That's what it is. No, not from a company. Theo had sent it to Frosted Fricks in order for Frosted Fricks to drive it up to me. And yeah, I guess the post office was like, oh, this is worth $4,000? Oh, let's just throw it around like it's fucking nothing. Let's leave it in puddles. You know, like, what the fuck? It's literally like listed and insured, so maybe treat it with some respect. But no, they just treated it like garbage. Post office are assholes. Yeah, like I've never met anyone that works at a post office that I've liked, like ever. Right? Like I'll go to a post office and I'll be like, oh, okay, I gotta pick up a package, right? And they're like, you need to show ID. And I'm like, all right, here's my ID. They're like, this is a health card. And I'm like, yeah, it's photo ID. This doesn't count as ID. Really? Because if the police need to identify me, it's identification. They're like, well, it's not valid ID. I'm like, okay. Point taken that mine isn't valid anymore. But at the same time, when it was valid, they would still say that. I'm like, here's my driver's license. They're like, oh, well, this is expired. Yes, because I got younger. All right. Like the person in the picture is still clearly me, dumbass. I just don't drive anymore. Right? Like, let me pick up my fucking package. And they're like, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, all right. Had a buddy try and pick up my stuff for me because I'm literally right there with him, right? He has valid ID. They're like, oh, well, it doesn't work like that. And it's like, what do you mean? He could be a random person that saw this on my door and then just wrote a random fucking signature on the back signing it over to him. Okay? Like, what do you mean that him being right here with me is not the right way to go about it? Like, so stupid. So I hate the post office. Absolutely despise it. But USPS doesn't care. UPS would give it special care. No, UPS is no better. UPS has just the same fucking problems as USPS. I hate going to the post office. I used to go all the time and mail packages, and they were mean. They're always fucking grumpy old ladies, too. It's like, I'm sorry that you have lead poisoning because all your fucking toys when you were growing up, all right? And I understand that it causes mild brain damage leading to aggression. However, that's not my fucking problem. You know what is my problem? Your bitchy ass. Go see fucking therapy or something, or try and do something about the goddamn brain damage you got from when you were 4. All right, I don't need this in my life right now, man. I'm just wanting to I want to pick up the fucking blankie that I ordered from Amazon back in 2018. I remember this exact fucking scenario, and it sucked ass. All right, like I did not like that situation at all. My manager came with me from my store because we were on our lunch break, and he was like, oh, I'll pick it up for you because of the problem I was having. I just called him over, right? And he was like, yeah. So then they were like, oh, well, this doesn't count as, or you can't do it this way. And he's like, motherfucker, I have my driver's license directly in front of you. Like, I was just like, oh, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, okay, you literally valid ID. You can tell he has a legal license because we work at fucking Canadian Tire, all right? We're mechanics. We drive cars every day because my driver's license at the time, they wouldn't accept it. And I'm like, what the fuck? It's like, oh, well, it's only a G2. I'm like, what the fuck does that have to do with, like, my ranking as a fucking driver? All right? Like, are you stupid? Like, it's still valid. Like, I hate the post office so much. Like, literally, if your life's goal is to work at a post office, do one of 2 things. All right? Here's your first thing. Change it, do better, make it a good environment for everyone. If you're not gonna do that, fucking go play in traffic. All right, like that's how I view it. All right, fuck you. Like, I hate people that work at post office. I hate the post office in general. All right, and then even like customs too, man. Fuck customs. Like, I ordered my karambit. Yeah, sure, I understand that they're not legal in Canada. Not my fucking problem. I just wanted it. They kept it at the border, and they were like, if you want this, you have to write us a letter explaining why you think that it is appropriate to have it in Canada and this, that, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, at least I'm not getting charged for trying to get an illegal knife. But I don't think they'll accept, I saw it in CSGO and thought it looked cool as a good enough argument. So I just never wrote it, and I was like, well, that was a waste of money. But at least at the time I was working in construction and had extra money, so not a big deal. But like, fuck anything that has to do with mail. Absolutely hate it. Anything that has to do with mail sucks. Like, 100% sucks ass. All right. This old lady called me a name because I didn't know where to sign a paper. Bro, I'd be like, bitch, did you know how to do this the first time? And they'd be like, I'm like, come on, I'm sorry, blah, blah, blah. Like, no one of your grandkids don't fucking talk to you anymore, dumb bitch. No, just me. All right. Government job people lost all will and don't care anymore. That's not even true, though. I know plenty of people that have worked in the government, and they were fucking swell. I had a buddy years back in like 2016, right? Lived all the way out in British Columbia, right? He used to work for the city, literally as just like doing odd job, street cleaning, fucking whatever they needed him to do, like just general maintenance around the city type thing, right? And I shit you not, one of the chillest motherfuckers I ever met. Only person in my entire life I've ever met that's got grapefruited. All right, so like he's a cool dude, right? And like he was a fucking fantastic person, right? And eventually he ended up like quitting that job because he just didn't want it, even though he was making like 5 times minimum wage, right? Just so he could go work at a a lumber yard because his friend needed someone to work for him. And he was like, yeah, I could do that for you. And now he's making 6 times minimum wage. And I was like, damn, motherfucker, stepping up in life, right? But like, you know what I should do to my model? I should make it so there's a transparency to it. Hold on, let's do that. Let's do that. I just looking at it. I was like, you know what? Is that filtered? Let's add a color correction. All right, we'll move that up to the top of everything. Oh, come on, move up to the top, bitch. And we'll change the opacity down a little bit. Ah, yeah, that definitely works a lot more as a hologram. Yeah. I was 12 and she yelled at me. Bro, like, you should, like, I honestly think that, like, if you, without reason, all right, because some kids deserve to be yelled at, but, like, if you for no reason yell at a child, then you should be, like, charged. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, if for no reason you harass a child, like, that should be, like, you should be charged. Like, there's harassment, and then there's, like, you should get like every fucking thing in the book that you can for yelling at a kid. Like, they should call it child harassment. They should call it child endangerment, right? Because you're fucking with their mental psyche. Like, your brain isn't fucking working properly until you're 25, right? It's not fully developed, right? Like the prefrontal cortex is not even like fully set up and like fully developed until you're 25, which is like your main problem solving center in your brain. All right, like, so stupid. Like, if you're gonna like piss off a fucking child or upset a child purposely, then like honestly, like there's a special place and a special tool that should be used for you. That's all I'm saying. All right, like the CIA ain't got shit on what I would do. All right, that's all I'm saying. All right, 70% of people I deal with in government jobs try to sabotage the clients for making them do their job. Jesus fucking Christ. Personally, I don't like kids, but I would never try to hurt kids' feelings unless they are in a little. Exactly. I absolutely fucking hate children. But at the same time, like, if you are purposely going out of your way to make a child feel bad and they aren't like an annoying little fucking piece of shit, right? Like, and don't get me wrong, like, I don't think all kids are like that, all right? But like, anyone that says, oh, you should never call a kid an asshole, are someone that has a kid that's an asshole. All right, like, it doesn't take a genius to know when a little shit is being a little shit. All right, like, that's just, it's facts. All right, that's just how it be. My mother would be locked up for life. Yeah, like, honestly though, man, like, that's how I fucking see shit though. Like, if you purposely make a child's life hell, you should be fucking like given the bat. You know, you should be put in jail or some shit. Like, fucking stupid. Like, kids ain't no shit, right? Fuck, I've met people in like their 20s that don't know shit. All right, and like, it's because your brain isn't fully developed till you're 25. Hi, I'm 26. I turned 27 this year. I still don't think my brain's fully developed, but not the fucking point. All right, like, I just think it's, you shouldn't make kids feel bad for no reason. If they're being a fucking prick, yeah, all right, fine. You know, make them feel bad. Let them know the actions have consequences, right? You're gonna be a prick to me, I'll be a prick to you. Oh, you made me annoyed, I made you cry like a little bitch. All right, completely different than like a kid that's like, hey, I've never done this thing before. I'm sorry that I'm being annoying. And you scream at them because they don't know where to sign a fucking thing. Like, are you stupid? Like, they're a kid. They don't know what the fuck's going on. All right. Dumb as shit. Dumb as shit. Like, I don't get people. People are some of the most annoying fucking things on the planet. Like, honestly, like, I can't wait for the AI uprising, because at least I'll understand them, you know? Like, people, like, I like people to a degree, all right? Like, I like watching people. I like understanding people. I like fucking with people's brain because I know more about how they work than they do, all right? That does not mean that, like, I want to be around them, okay? Like, I fucking hate people with a passion, right? Like, I cannot stand people one bit. But at the same time, like, to show respect until you don't need to. And that's how that works, right? So dumb. Just sometimes people just gotta, like, just get your head out of your ass sometimes, all right? That's all I'm saying. Like, I hate people. I love people, but I fucking hate people, man. I like being yelled at now, and I sure as hell didn't like being yelled at as a kid. So I wouldn't want to do that unless they really deserved it. Exactly. If they're being a little fucking prick, then treat them like a little fucking prick. But like if they're just doing like their own thing, then like don't be a fucking asshole to them, all right? Like they're just learning. They're kids. They don't know anything. All right. Still trying to recover from her psycho mind training. I'll tear up if I hear that insane person yelling too much when I was a kid. Yeah, like, see, here's the thing. Like, there's different types of yelling too, right? Like, there's ones that are like, clearly like, oh, you stupid little fuck, how dare you kill me in this game, right? Like, just kind of goofing around. But then there's like this straight up just all aggression, no fucking reason. Just like, bro, like, how, where the fuck did your life go wrong that you need to make it worse for others? All right, like, fuck you. I just don't get people. I hate people. I love people, but I hate people. Masada, what's up, homie? Do you like my little hologram? Look at me. I'm a hologram now, boy. I'm beautiful. Heh. Yep. Exactly. Like, the amount of people that, I actually had a couple people on TikTok actually, like, DM me, right? Because I posted a TikTok. It was maybe a week ago, and it was when 𝐂𝐴𝐚𝐿 and I were playing Halo, right? And 𝐂 stole my assassination, right? And I was like, bro, BM man, not cool, man, right? And he was like, man, I don't give a fuck. Like, if I see his back, I'm gonna whack it, you know? Like, you know, obviously, to him and I, we're just goofing around. People are like, oh my, and like, of course, me being the asshole I am, I titled the, like, put a little, like, thing on the thumbnail where it says, 𝐂 the toxic purple dragon, right? And people are like, oh my god, I can't believe that you'd have someone do that to you while you're streaming. I was like, bro, what? Like, we're friends. Like, that's just how guys talk. We're just assholes to each other. Like, there's no beef. Like, he's one of my closest friends. Like, what? But, like, it's just like, I don't get it. Like, how do people not understand that, like, my boy and I are being dicks to each other, you know, together, right? Like, and because, like, I posted another one too where a few of them, like, I just sound aggressive and he sounds aggressive, but that's just how guys are, right? Like, I honestly, like, I love that man's with all my fucking heart. If he needed me, like, okay, say him and I were, like, he was in my town, right? Didn't know anyone, got dropped here, I'd be like, bro, I will sleep on the fucking couch, you can have my bed until you're able to get your way back to where you need to be, right? Like, he's the homie, you know? Like, I love that man's. So, I have been glitched. So, like, I guess, like, the glitch effect really doesn't work with this as well. It just makes, like, the hologram glitched out, so it's got, like, the background's kind of funky. Oh, well. But, like, I don't get how people don't understand that, like, men are assholes to each other. It's just what we do. Right? Like, I don't know. Like, yeah, that's my boy, you know? Yeah, it's dope as fuck. Thanks, Masada. How you been, homie? Did you read over all those things I sent you? Even now, I cry when I get yelled at. I can't imagine being a kid and being yelled at by me. I can be the biggest asshole if I want to be, and if it's an adult, I will scream at them. But I don't think I had the heart to yell at a kid. I'll yell at a kid, but that's only if they deserve it. All right, like I cannot fathom yelling at a kid for no fucking reason. All right, like your life is so far down the shitter, you need to take it out on a kid. That's how bad it is. All right, like that's what I see. Glorious. Oh, thanks, Phoebe. which makes you solid. Yeah, it does. That's funny. Like, I'm becoming actual real. I read most of it, but the reading made me go burr, so I'll look at it again when I get the chance. Fair enough. I have them set up in such a way that if you were to like copy and paste it into like your own Google Doc or like Notepad or Word, I would recommend not Notepad, but like a Word doc or something. If you were to copy and paste it, you can fill in your own information as well. That way it makes it easier to have like an actual plan. So at least that's how I tried setting it up. And I've given it to a few other people. So for those who don't know, which is probably actually literally everybody, because I don't ever share that I do this. I make Google Docs that are structured on how to grow on different platforms, because I'm sort of an information analyst. Just because in my free time I like to study things, right? So hey, I'm back to normal. And I started studying like algorithms stuff. I'm not sure if you guys have noticed, but like I wouldn't say growing exceptionally fast on things, but I'm growing way faster than I was last year on like all platforms, right? I'm taking a break from Facebook and Instagram. Well, not really like my main Facebook, but like my VTuber Facebook and Instagram, because like I don't really use those platforms for that, right? I use my main main Facebook as just a shit posting thing and for networking with like let's say spicy content girls, all right? And I do editing for them and photography. So that's just something I do on the side. So like it's just shit posting whenever I'm on Facebook, which is probably when I'm just literally taking a shit, right? Like I'm just, well, on my phone, time to post memes, right? Like, oh, funny, haha, laugh, react, share, laugh, react, share, laugh, react, share, laugh, react, share, you know what I'm saying. So, and like people just think it's funny as fuck. Like they message me like, hey, you're pretty cute. And I'm like, hey, thanks, so are you. And they're like, hey, I do these kind of photos type thing. I could use an editor. And I'm like, I got you, fam. And then they're like, how much do you charge? I'm like, what is your budget? Because I'm not gonna overcharge you if you're not able to afford it. Like that's fucked up. So plus I always do like the first set for free. And then if they find value in it, they can pay me. And if they want to, if not, if they want me to do more sets, but they aren't going to pay me, I'm not going to do them. But that's just how it goes. For Young Thug, who the fuck? Get out of here. All right. I was an asshole today when I was at the ice rink. Fair enough, fish. Fair enough. Thanks again, brother. Of course, man, of course. But yeah, so I make like Google Docs that are fully structured out on how to help grow on different platforms. And like I've got a Twitter one, I've got an Instagram one, I've got a general content creation one, like it's a guide kind of thing. And then, oh god, what is the other one? Twitter, Instagram, maybe YouTube? Is it a YouTube one? I don't know. I've got a few of them. Masada could probably tell us if you were to check for me. But that's just how it goes. Yeah. After force anger and yelling, I have to fake it, unable to do it naturally. See, that's the thing, like, how do I put this? Because like I'm not angry ever because, you know, emotionally inept, but like I have a lot of aggression built up because of shit that's happened in my life. YouTube, Insta, Twitter, and general content. Thank you, Masada. I appreciate that, buddy. Like I wouldn't say I've had a hard life by any means, right? Like I have and I haven't. Like it's the only life I know, right? And to me, going a few days without eating, no big deal, right? Like that's normal for me. Some people can't do that, right? Me, I have not ate at all today. No, I had a sandwich. I had a sandwich today, right? Because I was like, you know what? I'm a little bit hungry. I could eat. I don't think I ate yesterday. And if I did, then I don't know what, right? I know a couple days ago, like my family and I had pizza, right? And we all split it, right? Except for my dad, because my dad couldn't have it because he's deathly allergic to tomato. But he just was like, oh, I'm not hungry anyways. And we're like, and he's like, I've got Pop-Tarts. And we're like, okay. So just like not eating for a few days is no big deal to me, right? But for some people, they can't do that, right? So I don't see that as a stressful situation. But like my computer not working, right? Like today, right? That I don't get stressed. I know when something is supposed to be stressful, and I'm sure like subconsciously it probably does something to me, but like it doesn't really bother me at all, right? But like my computer not working, like that's my work, right? Like if I can't stream, if I can't make videos, if I can't make TikToks, if I can't you know, like make content on Twitter or whatever, then like I'm fucked, right? So, like, that sucks, right? Like, I hate when that happens. So, yeah, I'm sure that that's probably what leads to building up a bit of aggression, you know? Being fucking single for the past, like, couple years, right? When I'm so used to being in a relationship, like, almost half my fucking life, I was in a relationship with the same person, right? So not having that comfort of someone being there, right? Like, that's probably what helps build up the aggression. Like, I don't see myself as an aggressive person, but I have the aggression when I need it, right? So it's very easy for me to lay into someone if I need to, right? And IRL, I'm a relatively intimidating person, I guess. Like, the amount of people that I know that are just like, okay, a friend of mine, this is how she phrased it, okay? She was like, well, you're pretty intimidating. And I was like, how? She's like, you stand 6 foot, you wear leather jackets, chains, steel-toed boots, and just the look on your face all the time is like you're ready to kick the shit out of somebody. And I was like, oh, I'm sorry that I scared you. She's like, well, see, that's the thing. Like, you intimidate me. But now that I actually know you, you don't intimidate me. And I was like, okay. She's like, well, at first I thought you were an attack dog. Now I see that you're a guard dog. And I was like, I guess that's a way of explaining it. Yeah, sure. She's like, you will defend anything that you deem important. And I was like, well, yeah. She's like your friends. And I was like, well, I don't got many friends. She's like, we're friends. And I was like, oh, okay. Like, I thought you were just keeping me around because I'm entertaining at times. Not that that you actually care enough to call me your friend, but okay. And she was like, no, like, we're friends, shut up. And I was like, oh, okay. So, like, all of my friends are online, right? Like, everyone that's here, like, I'm friends with the majority of you guys that are here, right? I don't know who this WTOP is, and why the fuck they were like, free Young Thug, and they've done that in 2 of my streams. I don't give a fuck about Young Thug. I don't know who the fuck that is. But, like, you know, I do that in my chat again, you're gonna get banned. Damn, BB 75% cute today, and a 2 out of 10 gamer. Damn. So I don't know, like, IRL friends and like online friends are completely different, right? Because like I can't prove that you guys even exist, but like IRL people, like, I will defend with my fucking life. All right, like, if I consider you a friend, I will defend you because I care about you. Wow.
That's the cutest fucking thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
Damn. 97. And Masada out here at 6 out of 10 gamer. Nice, above average. We love that food. Oh no, I can't do that. Don't. No. Stop. Brain. Don't ever do that again. No. I refuse to pick up on other people's habits. No. I know she's in chat too. No. I'm not letting that happen. No. Moisty, I could drink some fucking moisty. Ah, that's some good moisty. But no. She's in chat too. I know she is because she was like, oh, I'll stop by for a little bit. No. I'm not picking up that habit. I refuse. I'm not letting that happen. No, not allowed. I'm not. Look what you've done to me. I hate everything right now. The we love that for you. The girl that I'm seeing right now, she says that. She says that a lot. I refuse to pick up on other people's habits. No. No. Not letting that happen. That... God damn it. I hate when I pick up on other people's habits. Not because, like, I find them annoying. It's just, like, that's not something I would say. Alright? And, like, I don't want to change the things that I say because I just swear a lot. I speak full-on blooded Canadian, Northern Ontarian accent. Like that's my shit, and like I do my best to hide that. All right, I don't want to be picking up like this is like Gen Z humor, this Gen Z lingo. I don't. No, the AI refuses. We love that for you. I'm gonna call you that from now on. You can do what you want, right? I'll just ban that as a phrase from the Discord and chat. Gen Zero. No, Gen Z. Nothing wrong with Gen Z. I mean, they're just as fucked as we are, so like it's not their fault the way they were raised. Most of them were raised by us, so it's our fault, right? So like that's how it goes, man. Like most of Gen Z is like the tail end of Gen X and millennials, so you can't blame them for how their life is. 0 as a starting point. But aren't they just Z because we're the millennials are Gen Y and before us was Gen X? And the only reason they were called Gen X is because back in the day, everyone thinking was like, put an X through it. Yeah, we're different than the previous generation. We're not like them. Blah, blah, blah. They're too, peace, love, blah, 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 hippie. No, we're hardcore. Look at us with our rock and roll music. Look at us with our metal. Yeah. And then us millennials came back and we're like, hey, we're sad. Here's some fucking grunge. It's like sad metal, but like, you know, easier to listen to. Sell the kids for food. Like that's pretty much what we did, man. So Trash, I will give you everything I have to not be good fish, bad fish, or any fish names. Hold on, let me take a look. Let me take a look at what I got here. Well, on the plus side, you are not good fish or bad fish. All right, 0 the starting point. Yeah, but like that's the thing. Gen X is that where all the COD player names came from. So the fun fact, for the first little while, the majority of Call of Duty players were actually Gen X. So that's a funny thing. It was tail end Gen X, but it was Gen X. 2 out of 10. Hey, that's what you get for being 97% cute. God, I cannot believe that I refuse to pick up on that habit. Never. Oh, shut up, Tummy. I will feed you at some point, maybe. God damn. Cannot let that be an noise that I'm going to acknowledge anymore. Rather be cute than a gamer? Fair enough. You can look like a gamer girl and be cute. Don't need to game. Not gonna lie, I'm not very good at game. You know what bothers me? Okay, so I don't know how or why or what caused it, but I got really like into Assassin's Creed again, right? Particularly like my first ever Assassin's Creed game was Brotherhood, right? Which is arguably one of the best ones. So I was like, you know what? Like I'm just gonna watch like this little like the Ezio Auditore saga thing, right? And it was like a 3-hour video. Of course, I watch everything 3 times speed, so it was only an hour. But like, I watched it and I was like, man. And then I installed like, I have Assassin's Creed 2 on the Ubisoft store, Ubisoft, whatever. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna install that. So I was playing it, and for some reason, it won't let my controller work. So have you ever tried playing Assassin's Creed with the keyboard and mouse? It's garbage. It's shit. It's terrible. It's not fun. So I'm sitting here and I'm trying to do stuff and I'm like, I hate this. I'm gonna hate this. So it's not letting my controller work, and I'm like, I hate this so much. But like, I really want to play it because I want to play it, and then eventually I'm gonna try and figure out a way to get it on Steam because I know that Brotherhood is on Steam, as is Revelations, right? And like, I'm broke as fuck. I don't have any money, but like, I'm gonna find a way to get money just so I can get them. All right, like it's particularly for those. All right, like I need Brotherhood. I need Revelations. All right, I need these games. Right, like I need those on Steam. I need to play these. And I'm sitting here and I'm like, why do I have to play this keyboard and mouse? And like, I'm sure I'm gonna get okay at it, but like, oh my god. But like, I absolutely love the Assassin's Creed series. Like, I remember I was in grade 11 art class, And this is the year that I had a very shit art teacher. All right. She was one of those like, if it's not realism, it's not real art. I'm like, bitch, I could draw realism better than you. Shut up. Right. This is the one I told you guys a story about where I was drawing with both hands. And she was like, and I was like, oh, you can't do that. Aw. Like, I know my art's better than yours. Aw. You got 34 years more than me at drawing. Aw. Maybe you should get better. You know, like she was a bitch. Fuck that bitch. Right. But we're doing art history. Okay. So she says to me, because I was a problem student, I guess, right? She's like, can you name this building, right? And it was, you know, like somewhere in fucking like Rome or some shit, right? And I just turned, looked at it, right? Because I was just fucking doodling, because I'm in art class. I don't care about history. And I looked at it and I said the name of the building and went back to what I was doing. She's like, how? You actually knew? And I was like, yeah, been there, climbed that. And she was like, what? And like only the people in the class that have played Assassin's Creed knew what I just said. And like the amount of like dude bros and shit that were in the class that just started laughing their asses off because I was like, yeah, been there, climb that. And then like, because there's an important mission there, right? Like you have to like, it's a shit way to like, you have to climb in through the top and then you have to go down and it's like a curved surface. So it sucks to try and get down. But like, oh man, it was damn yummish. 1 out of 10.
Are you always this pathetic?
But yeah, so like that was a good thing. But like, I don't know, I've always liked Assassin's Creed since I first ever played it. Call it a night. Good night, brother. All right, take it easy, Masada. I love you, homie. I'm now inspired to do some makeup. I'm gonna get all cute. You're already cute, fish. Name taken. I know what would be cool. Makes name XXX X cool underscore XX dud XXXX. Yeah, fair. Oh man, but yeah, so I don't know what it is, but clearly, like, if you get like a high cuteness, you usually get low gamer, or if you get high gamer, you get low cuteness. They aren't tied together at all, but like it just seems that that's the case most times. I do kind of dig like this hologram thing though. I think it looks kind of cool. I don't think I'll keep this as like an always thing, but like I literally just use like reshade to do this, right? Like if I click on here, like you can see, oh, actually a chroma key's out. Oh, you can see like the letters over there. That it's a big window and I can turn things on and off, right? Like I can buy like, you know. Oh no, I'm disappearing. Oh yeah, I want to keep my motion blur on. Some of them are like barely apparent, but like they do make a difference. Oh, turning off the vignette makes my ears very bright. Anyways, man, I can't believe that I actually said that in real life though. Like, honestly, been there, climbed that. Like, I legitimately said that in real life, and it actually worked. And like, I dumbfounded the teacher and the amount of other students that have played Assassin's Creed and knew exactly what I was talking about. It's like, yep, that's from Brotherhood. Like, I'm pretty sure it was, yeah, it's Brotherhood. It's Brotherhood. Because that's the one that you're in Rome, mostly. But it's like some big, like, I don't remember the name of it now, right? But like at the time I was like really obsessed. Like I go through like these phases where I get like hyper like obsessed with like a game series and I just start playing the shit out of it. So like right now, because I'm trying to like give myself more than one thing to do in my spare time, because like all I'm gonna do is just sit down and just work on shit nonstop, right? So I'm like, no, I need time for me. So I installed Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion. I've been playing that. I've been playing Assassin's Creed 2. A very large part of me wants to install Elden Ring again, but I know that that's probably not a good decision, so I'm not going to do that. What else have I been playing? I have that Spider-Man game installed, but I haven't played it. So I'm probably gonna play that at some point. I just want to have it on my computer for when I go to. So yeah. I've been trying to play a few things for myself. Because, like, I don't game anymore. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna start gaming again. Maybe it'll distract me from being incredibly fucking upsetty spaghetti nonstop. You know? What's up, Sky? How you doing? You having a good day so far? You like the hologram model? We've been talking about a lot of dumb stuff today. Talked about how people shouldn't yell at children. Makeup done? Hey, oh, nice. Nice. Oh, we were also talking about how I haven't ate. And how I love Assassin's Creed. I've just been watching like all these super long videos about Assassin's Creed. Like, the funny thing is, I tried installing Assassin's Creed 3 through my, like, because I have a shared Steam library with a friend, and it's in their library. Apparently, you can't play Ubisoft games from other people's shared library if it's not in your Ubisoft account. And I was like, bro, what the fuck? So, all that time downloading and installing that game, only for me to be told I can't play it. I was like, man, what the fuck? And like, not that I like Assassin's Creed 3 the most by any means, but like, you know, I'm native. That main character's native. I think it's kind of neat, you know. Like, no, I love the model. Hey, thank you. The hologram thing is just something I did today. This is actually, here's the funny thing. All right. I actually broke reshade, and that was how I found out I could make it look like this. And I was like, oh, well, that looks cool. And I just kind of kept it. Because I was like, in theory, VC face is read as a game on OBS, meaning that it's a game, and reshade works on any game. Let's try it. And then I did it. And then I was going through some filters and whatever, and then somehow everything turned on, and I was like, my computer is going to die. And then as I'm turning stuff off, I found like some of these actually look really cool, because it wasn't letting me turn them all off at once. And I was like, oh my god, this sucks. And I couldn't, like, and some of them, like, I'd click it and it wouldn't let me turn it off, and I was like, oh man. So then when I was going back and like going back through like turning off everything, and some wouldn't turn off, like some layered with each other, and I got like this kind of like hologram looking thing, and it's like, oh, that's kind of cool, I'm gonna fuck with that. And that was how I did this. So now I'm fucking Cortana. All right, well, I wish I was fucking Cortana, but like I look like Cortana. All right, nose ring is in. Where should I put my beauty mark? What? Okay, I've actually never understood that. Do people legitimately find, like, the pigmentation of skin cancer attractive? Because, like, I've never understood, like, the appeal of, like, a beauty mark. Like, I've always found them, like, you know, like, if you're born with it, it's not your fault. But, like, some people, like, purposely go out of their way to, like, use it with their makeup. And I'm like, why? It doesn't look good, right? Like, it's a blemish on your complexion. Why would you like that? You know, like, I've never understood it. And that's as someone that has freckles, all right? And I have, like, I guess it's technically a beauty mark on, like, my right cheek. But I've never understood it. Like, why do people find that attractive? Like, I do not find freckles or moles or anything like that attractive, like, personally, right? I have nothing against them, especially if you're born with it, but like the people that like put on fake ones, like, why are you purposely blemishing your skin? It is like doing it because I like the little dot on my cheek. Yeah, I'm asking why you like the dot on your cheek, not why you like it. I'm asking, like, why do you like it itself, right? Because like it's a blemish, right? Like, it is like that's I don't get it. Like, freckles, moles, all that stuff, it's skin cancer. That's what it is, okay? Like, I don't get it. Like, they are just cancerous pockets upon your skin. Why is it attractive? Like, oh, sorry, I had to scratch my eye, my tracking got out of whack. But like, and that's as someone that has freckles. Like, I just don't get it. Like, I don't find them attractive at all. I'm just like, oh, haha, cancer. You know, like, I just, what is the appeal? Just like how it looks. But what about it is appealing? All right, I could sit there and be like, oh man, I like long hair. I like the way it looks. I also enjoy it because I can brush it, you know, or like, oh, I like that Mustang over there because it has a nice end. It looks pretty, but also because it has an engine that is very tough and very like strong and blah, blah, blah. And like, you know, it has like, you know, like if I were to be like, oh, talk about the 1973 Mach 1 Mustang. Yeah, it's a 429 Super Cobra Jet engine in it. You know, like I could talk about aspects of it that make it appealing. Why is Dot look good? What about it? Does like, is it an accent to the skin and that's why you enjoy it? Or it shows impurity of the complexion, of which therefore shows purity in itself because all things imperfect are perfect. Like, what is your reasoning? I don't understand. Because to me, I just see blemish. It is no different to me than acne. It is technically worse than acne because acne you can get rid of. Cancer doesn't really go away. Not usually. And most skin cancer is just kind of there, right? And like, you hope it doesn't activate, you know? So I don't get it, you know? Like, for what reason is it appealing? Like, yes, I like the 1973 Mach 1 Mustang. I have reasoning for liking it, you know? I think it's cute and it stands out with my paper pale skin. So you want people to be drawn into looking at a single dot on you? Rather than you as a whole? Like, why would you want a part of your face to stand out? Like, would your thoughts on that be different if it was a pimple? In the exact same spot? Like, it's the same thing. It's a blemish. Like, I don't get it. Is it a distraction? It is a distraction from like your complexion. It is disruption. And again, this is me saying this as someone that has freckles. Right? I do not like my freckles. I've never understood why people like freckles. I'm like, bro, why would you like mild skin cancer? Why do you think that's pretty? Like, I don't get it. Like, why? This just means that if it ever decides to no longer be benign and it's just like time to activate, I have cancer in the face. All right, like I don't get it. All right, like I everyone's like, oh, but like the Monroe, it looks so good. Like Marilyn Monroe had it, and that's what made it beautiful. I'm like, Marilyn Monroe was a hoe. All right, that's what she was. All right, she was just like a respectable hoe. All right, for the most part, but. Personally, I just like how the black dot looks because Tia has one. I always thought it was pretty. Okay. Well, that doesn't answer my question of if it was a pimple, would you think differently of it? If it's in the exact same spot, if you were to have a pimple there, would you want to get rid of the pimple? Because it's the exact same thing, just curable. You know? Obviously, like, you don't actually have a mole there or like a freckle or anything, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't get it. To me, it's like, what the fuck? It's just benign skin cancer. It makes no sense. And I don't really care about pimples unless they hurt. That's not what I asked. I asked if you would still find it attractive if it was a pimple. Would you be like, ah, yes, this pimple makes me prettier? Or would you be like, I need to get rid of this to fix my complexion? Because it's in the same spot, right? Like that is my question. But I will just get rid of it. So that, why though? Like, it's the exact same thing. It's a blemish. I'm not gonna add the dot. You can add the dot if you want. I'm asking your reasoning because I'm confused. That is why. If you find it pretty and you want to do it, do it. I am simply asking the reasoning. That is all. Because to me, it makes no sense. And I am looking to learn. As a very dumb person, I am looking to learn. I don't know. I just think it's pretty. You don't have reasoning behind thought. This is strange. I thought that was what women did. I thought it was men that go, ugh, smash. And we don't have reasoning why ugh, smash. You know, like, women think this shit out. I do not understand. I do not understand. Anyways, Assassin's Creed. Yeah, that's shit to play with keyboard and mouse. Don't ever try it. It's terrible. It controls like garbage. It doesn't feel nice. A controller, like, I'm gonna do whatever I can to get a controller working, but like, if it launches through like the Ubisoft launcher, it's just not good. It's just not good. It's very sad. BB, what's up, boy? What is this? What is this thing? Just a haha cat. What is the button that he has? It's not a button, it's a bowl. Oh. Might get my spider bites soon. Nice, nice. That's what I've got. I got spider bites on my left side. Everyone else are getting like snake bites, and I'm like, yeah, like they look cool, but like, I have spider bites because like, to me, 2 rings next to each other looks nicer than really far apart. It's that cake. Might go trash. Is it? Hold on. Let me look at this again. I guess so. It's just the bottom of it looks too curved. It looks like a bowl with like some stuff in it and like a red thing inside. To me, that's what it looks like, because the bottom is too round. Also, I'm just lurking and playing COD. No worries, homie. No worries. I want to get the bridge of my nose pierced. Oh, I'm going to laugh at you for the rest of your life if you do that. That is the stupidest fucking piercing. That one just looks so dumb. Like, everyone always told me, like, when I was a teenager, like, oh, you should get your bridge pierced. It looks so cool. I'm like, I'm not fucking dense. No. And they're like, but like, it looks so cool. And I'm like, how? How does literally never being able to wear glasses comfortably for the rest of your life look cool? What if it's really sunny out and I want to wear sunglasses, but I can't because I have a piercing? That's so stupid. And they're like, but it looks cool. I'm like, it doesn't look cool. The worst part is, the absolute worst part is, it would legitimately look good on me, and I hate that. All right, like, no, such a dumb piercing. No. I'm also not a huge fan of a septum piercing. I think that it just makes you look kind of like a cow. But I just get my tongue pierced. That's cool. That's what I plan to do. I plan to get my tongue pierced, and then I'm going to space it up to a 0, and then I'm going to get it bifurcated. That way, instead of coming back as 2 half circles, it comes back as 2 points because it's been spaced, so it won't want to heal back together. It'll heal split apart because it'll be pushed apart because it's not being held together anymore. So, like, I get that, right? And, like, I want to get, like, 3 dermals on either side of my collarbone, so 6 in total, right? Just because I think, like, those are fucking stupid too, right? But I just more of just like, put metal in me, you know, like that's how I'm gonna be, right? But like, I don't know, bridge piercing and septum piercing, I've always just found like, because like the septum piercing, it never stays straight, so it always looks bad. And if you have a full hoop, it just makes you look entirely like a bull, all right? Like that's all it is. You become a cow, all right? Like, if you like it, you like it. Good for you. Good for you. I'm allowed to have my opinion. I think it's stupid. All right. Like, and that's as someone who has 8 piercings in their face. Okay. Right. Like, I plan to get my right eyebrow. I plan to get my right nostril as well. Again, tongue pierced and spaced. Right. I want to get my right nipple. My right, my right ear is going to be like completely filled with stuff, as is my left, but the right ear will have an industrial in it, but that's only after I get my ears 𝐿fied, which is probably never going to happen because I'm broke as fuck, and that's an expensive surgery. I also want to get my belly button pierced. I debated getting to Prince Albert. For those that know what that is, they know what it is. Long story short, I don't want to do that one anymore because a buddy of mine had one, and him and his girlfriend both need to go for surgery. He needed to be stitched together. She needed to have metal removed from her. So that changed my opinion on that. That was a I don't want to do that no more. No, not good. No, thank you. Not for me. Not anymore. All right. So yeah. As a teen, I got my nipples pierced, and oh my god, it's terrible. Well, see, the thing is, like, if you get your nipples pierced, you lose like you could fuck up the nerve endings in it. And if you take out the piercing, it's possible for the nerve to actually come out as like a strand, and like you can actually pull out the nerve. Which is incredibly fucking dangerous. And like it happens, right? Like some people have literally had like a string pull out. They're like, what the fuck is this? And they'll pull on it and they go, fuck. And they're like in extreme pain because they literally just pulled out a nerve, right? Like, no. But at the same time, I'm gonna do it anyways because I'm stupid, right? And like, it looks cool. But like, it loses all sensitivity to them if you get them pierced for some people. Some people, they're fine, they can still feel stuff. Others, not so much, right? But like, nah. But yeah, like I have so many piercings I want to get, right? But there's also several surgeries I want to get as well. So got caught on my bra and it hurt so bad and I cried. Yeah, understandably. Like as attractive as they are, they're a danger. All right. So it's like, is it worth it? You know. But you know how it goes. What we do for beauty. But no, like bridge piercings, I've always thought look stupid as fuck, and just because they're inconvenient. All right, like that's it. Like if you never ever in your life will ever need glasses or ever plan to wear sunglasses again, yeah, sure, go for it, right? Like you do you. I still think it looks dumb, but like you do you, right? But like I wear sunglasses because they look fucking cool because I got a nice pair of aviators. All right, like they actually make me look like I have money. All right, like, oh, which mind you, when I bought them, I had money, but like not the point. It was pretty, but it was not worth it at all. Every day, I like had to get 1,000 new bras. Yeah, like it would rip them apart too, depending on what type of piercing you got. So, and the quality of the bras. So, it is no bueno, right? But I mean, it's gonna suck when I go and get my belly button pierced one day. If I'm smart, I'll do it just in like when spring finally gets warm, kind of thing, and then it will be like I can go without wearing a shirt for a while. Right, because I don't want to get in tugged on stuff, right? And like going to bed is gonna suck. I'm gonna need to like lay on my back like all night because I'm the type of person that moves a lot, and like no, it'll be a bad time. So oh well. Big yum. All right, time for more energy drink. Okay. Oh my god, shut up, stomach. I understand that I'm hungry. I will deal with that problem later. I don't need to worry about food. Food I can get at some point. I don't mind. I have had a sandwich today. I will survive. Okay? Shut up, tummy. You can eat in the future. One day. But not right now. Now we talk about dumb shit. Also, I realized that, like, playing Oblivion, like, because I've been playing, again, as I said, I installed Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion as well. I've been watching, like, a lot of, like, YouTube videos on, like, the Elder Scrolls series, both Oblivion and Skyrim, and a bit of Morrowind as well, actually. Even though I think I've played Morrowind for a total of, like, 10 minutes, just because I didn't really enjoy it. Like, I'm sure, like, I've heard it's actually the best one, and I don't doubt that one bit, but, I just didn't enjoy it, right? So, like, I'll enjoy watching, like, Let's Plays and stuff like that, and challenge runs, but it's not something I can enjoy playing, but it's something I can enjoy watching. But, like, playing Oblivion, I realized, it's weird that the disconnect between Oblivion and Skyrim when you play it on PC, because I've always played Oblivion on my Xbox when I was younger, right? I always played it on my Xbox 360, and, you know, never had an issue with anything. But playing it on PC just feels a little off. So, but like playing Skyrim on either, never had an issue. So I think it's just like, something about it, it feels better when compared to like Oblivion when you play it on PC. And I don't know what it is. One time I was swimming and I hadn't told my parents about the nipple piercings, and you could see it through the bikini, and oh my god, that was the most embarrassing thing. How did, as a teenager, did you get a piercing without parental consent? What the fuck? How did you manage that? At least here in Canada, we've got like laws where if you're under the age of 18, you cannot consent to getting a piercing without parental consent. So I was 19. Ah, fair enough. Well, you did say as a teen, so I assumed that it was under the age of 18. Yeah, most people are like, oh, I'm 18, I'm an adult, right? Which you are, but still a teenager because teen's in the number. But yeah, okay, fair. But why would that be embarrassing? Like, what the fuck? You're a full grown-ass adult. What does it matter? Like, my parents don't give a fuck what I do. Like, I could, like, come home and I've got, like, I'm completely covered in tattoos, brand new piercings, and I'm wearing, like, a pink poofy dress. My parents would be like, oh, how was your evening? You know, like, I don't understand that. If you're a grown-ass adult, what does it matter? Like, my dad is very strict, even though I'm an adult and he was pissed. I just laugh at him. Be like, bro, I'm an adult. I can do what I want. Did you not do what you wanted when you were an adult? Oh, wait, you are. And what you're choosing to do right now is annoy the shit out of me. Like, fuck off. Like, no. Mom was chill with it and made a joke. Yeah, there you go. See, that's what you're supposed to do, right? Getting mad at someone for using their body the way that they want to when they're a legal adult. Like, what the fuck? Said that I would get slapped. If you get slapped, you'd be like, hey, guess who just got charged with assault? That's all I'd do. Be like, go fuck yourself. Like, you don't hit someone because they talked back to you, right? Like, not unless it's like an ongoing issue and you've told them not to talk back to you like a million fucking times. So you need to in order for like it to register, because pain registers, you know? Don't touch the hot stove. It's hot, right? They touch it anyways, and then they get burned, and then they cry about it, but then they never touch the stove again. It's because pain registers, right? But like, you know, like I would just charge them with assault. Fuck it. That's how it goes. I'd be like, hey, guess who just assaulted me? You know you're a grown-ass adult, right? And you can use your fucking words. Like, and also, I'm a grown-ass adult and can do whatever the fuck I want with my body. It doesn't matter who the person is, right? Like, who cares if they're family? Fuck it. You can be charged just the same. You know, like, just because your family doesn't give you a free pass to be a dick. I mean, my dad is kind of weird about stuff. I have to be very careful around him. See, that's a red flag right there. You should never need to be careful around your fucking parents. Like, what the fuck? Like, that's cause for concern right there, homie. Your parents should be people that you can, like, rely on. Obviously, that's not always the case, and not everyone's fortunate enough for that, but, like, you should never need to be, like, careful around them. Because if you do need to be careful around them, that says a whole lot about them as a person, and, like, they should not be allowed to have kids. Or be around kids. Like, that is not okay. Especially if you're a grown-ass adult now. Like, what the fuck? I don't get stuff like that. I mean, again, I was also very fortunate that both of my parents are, you know, super cool people. But, like, at the same time, a parent should be there to protect their child. Never make them feel like they need to be careful around them. So pissed when I cut my hair, and he was like, what the fuck? I just look at him and be like, bro, it's not your body. Fuck off. Or, like, the next time he shaves a beard or something like that, get bitchy at him. Like, that's fair game at that point, especially if you're a grown-ass adult. Fuck it. Don't put up with that abuse. Fuck that noise. No sorry. Don't deal with that shit. If you're an adult, put your fucking foot down, right? If you live with them and you pay rent, guess what? You pay rent. They can't say shit. Right? If you don't pay rent, well, then you're still a child. I'm sorry. But, like, you're allowed to legally do what you want with your body, but within their home, it's different. But, like, completely different situation there. Funny thinking back on it, but at the time I was mad. Now I realize what I'm gonna do. I need to live here till I get money. Yeah, get money, move the fuck out. Easy peasy. Obviously, it's not as simple as it sounds, but, like, you know. I don't know, I moved out at 18. My parents didn't believe I was gonna move out at 18. I turned 18, I was moved out, like, 2 months later. No, 3 months later. Because the place that I got was 2 months later, but it wouldn't be available for another month after that. But yeah, my parents were like, oh shit, he was serious, he was actually gonna move out. And I was like, yeah, I was an adult, I decided to move out. Now I live with mommy and daddy again, and they're like, hey, what's up, kid? And I'm like, what's up? My mom still calls me kid, and I'm like, I turned 27 this year, but, like, I guess I'm always gonna be her kid, right? And, like, you guys have met me, I act like a fucking dumbass 99% of the time. Like, they know they can rely on me whenever they need anything, so, like, a little bit different, right? Like, my parents know that they can rely on me to, like, take care of the house if they need me to, take care of bills if they need, right? Like, I can do all that shit, right? Like, I'm an actual adult, right? But, like, they don't treat me like a kid. They just call me kid because I am their kid, you know? Mom got mad when I said I would pay rent. Okay, but then if they won't let you pay rent, they cannot get mad at you for doing things that you want to do. Like, if you want to leave at 2 a.m., you're allowed to leave at 2 a.m. If they get mad, be like, hey, you're the one not letting me pay rent. I'm offered you money, you refused. Like, that is on you. But as an adult, I am going to do what I want to do. And ta-da, easy peasy. That's how that works. End of story. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Like, my parents, they don't give a fuck what the hell I do. They're like, oh yeah, it's, if you have random people over, that's cool, whatever. Like, you know, are they staying for dinner? You know, like, not that we often eat dinner, but you know what I mean, right? Like, It's that kind of thing, right? Like, my parents are pretty cool about shit. I leave at like fucking 3 a.m. just to go for a walk, and they're just, well, not in the winter, but like, you know, just to go for a walk, and they're just like, all right, whatever. Like, they know I locked the door behind me and all that shit. So, like, you know why? It's because I fucking pay rent. I don't pay rent, but I buy all the groceries and I clean, cook, and fix stuff around the house. Yeah, so you pay rent. That's you paying rent. If you're doing all of that, that's paying rent. That is your fair share of the work around the house, right? If they won't let you pay money, but you buy the groceries, that means that they don't eat without you. If you do the cleaning, that means that they don't need to do the cleaning or hire a maid, right? You do all the cooking, guess what? They don't need to do the cooking or hire a chef, right? Which there are people that do that, right? And if you need to fix stuff, guess what? That means that they don't need to fix stuff or hire someone to do it. You do it, right? You are doing wage applicable jobs around the home, therefore you are paying rent. And if they try to use that against you, just be like, nah, man, I literally do my fair share. If you want, I will never do any of that again, and here's how much I'm going to pay every month, right? Or tell me how much the rent is, or mortgage, or whatever the fuck, right? And I will pay my share per proportion of what of the house I use. So if I use the kitchen, and I use the washroom, and I use the laundry, right, and my bedroom, all right, that is this percentage of the house, all right, blah, blah, blah. This is a shared space used by this many people. All right, therefore I cut that by that much, right? After dividing up the whole house, right? And then there you go. That is how much I pay. Don't like it? Well, then don't complain about me doing shit. I'm not supposed to leave the house after 12 unless I'm getting something from my dad. That's fucking stupid. Like, that is over controlling. Fuck that. Like, as I said, I can literally just leave at any time. And my parents are like, that's cool, whatever. Right? And I was able to do that when I was like fucking 13, man. Provided I went to school the next day, they didn't care. Like, they just want to know where I was in case I went missing. Because, well, of all the kids, I'd probably be the one to go missing. But I would also be the one that they don't need to look for because they know I'd survive. But, you know, like, I'd leave a note or something if I left at like 3 o'clock in the morning. And then if I got back before anyone was awake, I'd just take that note and throw it out. Still go out sometimes. All I gotta do is ask my mom if she's cool with it. Why you gotta ask as a grown-ass adult? What the fuck? This is dumb as shit, man. That is like controlling your life way too much. Like, if you're a grown-ass adult, act like a grown-ass adult. Like, what do they think you're gonna do when you, like, live on your own? Call them and be like, hey, can I leave my house? It's past midnight. Like, no. They have to let you learn independence, alright? And it's safest to do that under their roof. Especially if you're already an adult, all right? Like, that is so dumb. Like, they should have let you been doing that when you were a teenager, right? Like, let your kids leave the house when they're like fucking 14, 15, 16 years old. Because if you don't let them, they're going to do it anyways, and you're not going to know where the fuck they are, all right? That's just how it is, all right? I'm sorry. That's just how it is, right? I would rather, like, if I had kids, right? And they were a young teenager, just being a little fucking prick doing their own thing. I'm gonna let them leave. They're like, hey, I want to go to this party. I'm like, yeah, all right, whereabouts is it? Right? And then that's all. Like, they're gonna go whether you want them to or not. At the very least, you know where they are. All right? Like, you don't need to be your kid's friend. You just need to care enough about them to, like, let them live their life, because they're gonna do it whether you want them to or not. And it's better to know where they are and be able to, like, know a last known location in case they go missing, than being like, oh my god, I thought he was in his bed. I was like, it's stupid. Really not a hard, like, concept to grasp either, but, like, I guess just some people are not made to be parents. Like, I'm not even a parent, and I fucking think this way, okay? I'm also not supposed to wear makeup, but I do because my mom is cool with everything. The only reason I ask my mom is so she knows where I am, and so I can say to my dad, I asked mom. That's so stupid, though. Just be like, hey, mom, I'm going here, right? You don't need permission. Also not supposed to wear makeup. Fucking, who the fuck says that you can't wear makeup? Fuck, like, there are 8-year-olds that wear makeup. Fuck that. Trying to control your physical appearance as well. Oh, no, she's too hot. We can't let her get prettier. That way, like, a man or a woman, whatever her preference is, will marry her and take her away so we don't have slave labor around the house anymore. Like, what the fuck? That's the only thought process I could think of. You're not allowed to make yourself more attractive and appealing to other people, because then you might leave. Like, what the fuck? These are the words of wisdom coming from an AI little hologram thing. Enjoy it. My dad is very controlling. I've gotten used to it. My mom is way more chill. As long as I'm safe, she's good. Okay, but like, tell him to fucking eat a dick. Seriously. Also, if anyone watching this believes that it is okay to be controlling of your children like this, guess what? It's not. You're a terrible fucking person, and you need to reevaluate your fucking life. Anyways. This is some, like, 𝐂𝐡𝐚𝐭 𝐑𝐮𝐥𝐞. Okay, yeah, that's an intense enough song for how aggressive I'm being. My goodness. But no, like, that's dumb as shit. I tried, it didn't go well last time, so I'm just trying not to because, you know, so we all good. I mean, honestly, I hope that you're able to get enough money to move out soon. Because, like, you don't deserve to be put through that. I mean, yeah, you're gonna get, like, the hell that is being a legitimate adult all thrown at you at once. But I think that's the best way to learn. Like, you have a shit ton of bills. They all have to be paid on time. You have the stress of work. You can't just quit because you need to pay those bills, right? Like, food is expensive. Now after working all fucking day, you have to come home and cook. Oh, wait, now I've also got to clean. Now I've got to do all these other things. With the added stress of, like, oh, do I have any fucking friends, right? You know, like, being an adult, you know, having all these fucking problems, right? And, like, I'm going to say this first. Don't get roommates, okay? Like, it doesn't matter how much you love that person. Don't have roommates. Roommates fucking suck. You could be the best of fucking friends. The roommates suck, all right? Never have a fucking roommate, all right? Never. Like, if you do choose to have a roommate, make sure that you can afford their half of rent, okay? Like, you don't want roommates. You want your own place. Because if you have a roommate, then, like, you will have disagreements. It doesn't matter how well you get along. You will have disagreements. And that will lead to more tension, of which can cause more stress, of which will then cause either of you to probably need to move and be in a shit situation. So if you're ever going to have a roommate, make sure that you can afford their half of rent. That way, if they are being a prick, tell them to get the fuck out. They'll, in the heat of the moment, yeah, I will fucking will. Then they'll leave, and then you have an apartment all to yourself, and you can afford it. Right? Like, don't ever get roommates. I don't care if it's your best friend or not. Right? The only people I could say be roommates with is, like, a sibling that you have always gotten, like, along with. One that you've never had an issue with because you already know how to live together. All right? If you've ever had, like, a single fight, you will have a lot of fights. All right? Like, that's just how that works. Trust me, as someone who has had more roommates than he could count, no roommate is a good roommate unless they're family. And it's only family that you have always gotten along with. So, me and my friend are going to move into an apartment again. I live by myself a few times. Oh yeah, we always make sure we have double the amount we need. We are both saving for it. No, not saving, making. If your rent, okay, in total is like $1,200 a month. I don't know what it would be in America, but around here, that's pretty average for a 2-bedroom, right? Actually, a 2-bedroom would be $1,400 a month here. So anyways, if you're making $1,400 a month, or if your total rent, okay, just your rent, not your hydro, not your internet, not your phone bill, not your food, not anything else. All right. If your rent is $1,400 a month, okay, you had better be making at least $1,600 a month. Not you and your roommate making that much. You. Because if they ever don't pay rent, you're fucked. If they ever decide, hey, fuck you, I'm moving out, you're fucked. All right. Like, that's just how it is. You need to be making enough to be able to cover it and still have enough money for food and, like, other bills. Like, no. Never. It's not how much you have saved because you're going to run out. You have to be making more than your rent. So, and, like, again, if it's $1,400 a month, you only need to be spending $700 a month because you've got the roommate. But you better be making $1,600. That way you've got a $200 leeway. All right. At least that's how it is in Canada. All right. And this is coming from someone who has had more apartments than he has ever needed and has had more roommates than he could count. All right. No. We are both putting money aside until we get stable jobs. Then we will get the apartment. Yeah, no. Once you've got stable jobs, you both, well, at least you need to be making more than what the rent for the apartment is. At this point, it sounds like you don't want to live with family. But no, like, live on your own. Don't ever get roommates. Roommates suck ass. Doesn't matter how good of friends you are. It will always become shitty at some point, right? Like, no, not worth it. Even if you are best friends. Like, I have had several roommates that I considered best friends at one point. No, don't do it. There's only one person I could ever consider as a roommate that is a friend, and I have known him for 23 years. And, like, we pretty much lived at each other's house growing up. Like, we spent so much time together. But even then, wouldn't want to live with him purely because he has a girlfriend, and it's not that I have any issues with his girlfriend, but that's another fucking denominator in this whole situation, so no thank you. So, like, no. Like, no. Like, if my oldest brother wanted a place and it was just him, not his girlfriend, right? Which, don't get me wrong, love his girlfriend, right? She's part of the family. She is the mother to my niece, all right? But, no. If it was just him and I have never fought. My second oldest brother, him and I, we could probably live together, right? Like, we worked together just fine, right? We haven't had really any arguments, but we also haven't really had a need for arguments. But, like, there have been arguments in the past when we were younger. So I was like, I don't know about that one, right? My second youngest brother, you know, or actually, I guess my second youngest brother is the adopted brother. I never had an issue with him. So, like, I could live with him, no problem. My baby brother, I could see us getting along, but, like, I don't think he'd be a good roommate for me just because we would butt heads, right? Like, living here, perfectly fine, right? But if it was, like, our own type place, completely different, right? And then my brother that is, like, my biological brother's the middle one. Like, biological full blood, not half brothers. We could live together, but he wouldn't want to live with me. And again, he has the girlfriend situation. And, like, there's nothing against girlfriends, right? But that's just another denominator. That's not someone I could probably ever live with, right? Because it's not only the one person, right? It's now two people. And the more people, the more chance of an argument. And I'm not okay with arguments. I'm a very stress-free kind of person. So if I'm ever going to live on my own again, I'm living on my fucking own. Like, I'm not having a girlfriend live with me. I'm not having a friend move in with me. I'm not having any family move in with me unless it's, like, one of those few brothers that I said, right? Because, like, if they needed a place, of course, like, yeah, but it's a temporary thing, bro. You know, like, I don't deal with people. I do not like people. We've gone over this. But kind of tired of living here. I'm just waiting till my sister gets a house, and by then I'll be able to pay rent. Yeah, well, that's fair too, right? But, like, just remember, having to, like, pay rent, make sure you can afford the entire place yourself and have extra money, because if you don't, then you will be fucked over, right? You hope that it never happens, but there will be a time where they can't make rent and you're fucked. That has happened to me more times than I could count. Plus, then, like, if you have, like, roommates, they let their friends move in temporarily, and then they stay for, like, fucking, like, 9 months. And they just make your life a living hell. And it's like, fuck, man, like, I did not agree to this. You should have ran this past me. And if it was, like, a week or two, sure, but, like, not this fucking long. That is a problem I've had, all right? Like, no. If you're gonna live on your own, live on your fucking own. Not with a friend, not with a sibling, unless they're a sibling that you've never fought with or have had the rarest of fights, and they were when, like, you were young. Like, no. And then don't ever live with their partner either, because then there's gonna be, like, this whole, like, in the back of their mind, they think that they're gonna cheat on them with you and all that. No, man, I don't give a fuck about them, but, like, they're gonna think it, and it's always gonna be a fucking problem. I was like, Jesus fucking Christ, I hate people. All right, like, don't live with people, live with yourself. All right, it's better to be lonely than annoyed, okay, or stressed out. All right, you've already got enough stress in life. Live on your own. That is my advice. Those are the words of wisdom from Trash, okay? As someone who has had lots of apartments and even more roommates, no. Don't ever have roommates. That happened with my ex-BF. We were still friends. He brought his younger brother, and oh my god, he annoyed me so much, and I didn't know how to say anything. I just moved out. Yeah, fair. I mean, like, fuck it. Like, you don't want extra people there. Like, no. That's why I say, move into your own place. Like, if I ever plan to move out of my parents' place, right? And the only reason I don't plan to is because my parents and I get along very well, and they occasionally need help with stuff because they're both on disability. All right. Plus, I stay in the basement. I don't really do much unless I'm going outside for a smoke, and then I hang out with my dad when he's having a smoke too, because we're on a similar schedule. Surprisingly, it's kind of weird. But, like, no. Like, I live with my parents purely because, like, the rent is cheap, and me paying them rent helps them out because they're on disability. In Canada, if you're on disability, you get treated like shit, and they don't give you enough for your fucking rent. So, you know, I help pay rent, right? But if I were to ever move out, I'm moving into my own place. Nobody else involved. Nope. Even if I end up getting a girlfriend, no. No. Not living with me. No. Because, like, number one, I'm not going to get in a committed relationship, alright? Like, fuck that noise. But, like, no. No roommates of any kind. Fuck that. Temporary, if it's, like, family and they need help, or, like, a good friend they need help, sure. Dad smokes, and I tried a few times to go out and smoke with him to talk, and he got mad at me. Yeah, I mean, like, that's a shitty, like, I'm no offense, but your dad sounds like a fucking piece of shit. Alright? Like, that's what I'm getting from this. Alright? Like, you said before weird. No, not weird. Asshole. That's what it is. And that's coming from someone that is an asshole. Alright? But yeah, if I were to move out on my own, I get my own place. Away from everybody else. And then, like, I won't talk to neighbors. I won't talk to shit. I will be by myself doing my own thing. Right? But I'm content living with my parents because it helps out my parents. No offense taken, he kind of is an asshole. But he's my dad, so I can't really do anything. I mean, like, once you move out, you could go no contact. I mean, that's a simple option. You know? I don't know. If my parents were assholes, I wouldn't want to be, like, talk to them ever. Again, I'm very fortunate that my family is cool. Not everyone's that lucky. But, nah, man. Like, being related to somebody does not mean that you need to be on good terms with them, because fuck them. Right? Like, the blood of the covenant is thicker than the water of the womb. The bonds that you create on your own are stronger than those or stronger than those that you were forced upon. All right? Like, no. It's not blood is thicker than water. It's the blood of the covenant is thicker than the water of the womb. Like, bonds that you have forged with somebody are always going to be stronger than bonds forced upon you. All right? Like, no. Sometimes family ain't shit. And, like, sometimes, like, you know, your friends are a better family than your actual family. So, like, yeah. Just because you're related to someone does not mean that they need to be important to you. Yeah, see, Yomish gets it. I tried that and almost my whole family, like, came after me and they didn't want to deal with that. As an 18-year-old, I just fixed it by talking to him again. No, man, I'd stand my fucking ground and be like, no, he's a piece of shit. Well, blah, 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 blah. Oh, really? You're going to defend that behavior? Oh, you're going to defend him treating me like this? You're going to blah, 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 and start listing it off. And they're going to be like, oh, well, you need to be more mature. No, I have boundaries. I should be respected as a human. If they don't like that, then you're part of the problem too, and I'll go no contact with you as well. If your whole point is to get me back part of the family, you're fucking it up. It's that fucking easy, man. Like, I don't get it. Mind you, I'm someone incredibly comfortable with confrontation. Because to me, I'm like, yeah, I'll fucking stand my ground. Let's fucking go. All right. Verbally, physically, whatever it is, I will beat you. Right? Like, I don't give a shit. Like, I am me. I live my life. If something is not good for me, I'm fucking getting rid of it. I have dropped people for less than being a piece of shit to me. So, not hard, you know? Best friend, hold on, let me catch up. Yeah. My best friend gave me a couch to save me from my parents. Yeah, honestly. Like, I remember I temporarily moved back in with my parents after I was going through some shit. And I know I was 100% at fault, for both needing to move out. And then when I wanted to move out from my parents' place after living there for a few months, right? Like, I was the fucking problem, okay? I was just going through a really rough time in my life, and I was the fucking problem, all right? Like, my parents have obviously forgiven me about it. Like, they don't give a shit now, right? And, like, we're on good terms now. But, like, I was very problematic. And I was like, oh, I need to get the fuck out of here, right? So, like, I moved out, and I crashed on a buddy's couch for a little while. And, like, you know, that guy turned out to be a piece of shit. But, like, temporarily, it worked for me, you know? And then him and I were, like, roommates for, like, 2 years before, you know, he threatened me with a fucking hammer because I was kicking out his roommate friend, right? So that I never approved of moving in, right? And lived there for fucking 9 months. And then he threatened me and my cats. So I scared the living shit out of him by calling over my buddy that's like 6.5 feet tall and 300 pounds of muscle because we worked in heavy delivery together. And then we scared the shit out of both of them just by standing there. And, yeah. I don't deal with bullshit. So, I get it, right? But, like, that's how that goes sometimes. Didn't like being yelled at or hit, and confrontation makes me uncomfortable, so I don't like to cause problems with family because it will end with that. Well, if you end up moving out on your own, just go no contact then. Fuck them. Like, that's as simple as it goes. When you end up moving, don't tell them where you moved to. Hire a moving company, grab all your shit, and just fucking go. And then never visit again if you have a problem with them. Hey, my father say that just the way she is, you have to just accept it. I threw it back at him. Then this is the way I am. This is the way I am, and you have to accept that. Yeah, fair. Like, that's 100% how that works. Uno reverse that motherfucker. Like, that's just how it goes, man. I don't get the whole, oh, well, they're family, you have to put up with it. Nah, go fuck yourself. You treat me like shit, you treat me like shit. I will drop you because you treat me like shit. You know, simple as that. It's always been like this, so I'm used to it. But it's still annoying, you know? Man, when you move out, just go no contact. Fuck that guy. And if people get bitchy about it, be like, tell him to apologize. What? Tell him to apologize for everything he has done. And I want him to give me examples of things that he has done. That way, you know, he can reflect upon what he has done. If he does not like that, then no. I need respect. And if you guys don't respect me, I don't need you in my life. That's as simple as it is. Like, does it suck? Yeah, sure. But at the same time, respect yourself. You don't need to put up with bullshit. My dad's just a puppet. That's really unfortunate, homie. I'm sorry to hear that. But at the very least, you understand your worth. So you don't need to deal with it. And that's just how that's going to go. Like, again, I am incredibly fortunate that I don't have to deal with these problems. However, I've seen people deal with these problems. I know how to deal with these problems. Because it's not any different than friends that treat you like shit. Just because you're related to someone does not make them, like, exempt from, like, any punishment from treating you like shit. Like, you do not need to put up with bullying regardless of who it's from. Like, no. That's all it is. It's bullying, it's harassment, it's abuse. Don't accept it. It is not worth it. Like, I personally will never allow that kind of behavior to happen to me. Just because, again, I am very comfortable with confrontation. Purely because I'm comfortable with being uncomfortable. Like, that is something I made myself get used to when I was very young. I'd put myself in uncomfortable situations just so I could learn how to be in them. Like, that's all it is. Dad's narcissist, so anything I've said about my childhood, he responds with, that never happened and you don't know what you're talking about. And I'm not trying to deal with that. Oh, he says that, I'd be like, oh, really? It's never happened. Oh. Well, I guess I've never called you a fucking prick. And he'd be like, oh, blah, blah. Like, oh, no, it never happened. I don't know what you're talking about. Literally as simple as that. Like, it's, oh, I'm sorry, you remember it now? Like, that's all I do. Like, fuck them. And if they go to do anything, be like, oh, I've got my phone out already. Go ahead, hit me. I'll record it. I will put your ass in jail. I don't give a fuck. Like, it's as simple as that. Like, literally. If you have video evidence of him assaulting you, there you go. It's done that quick. Oh, well, it's family. Don't do that. No, fuck him. It's family. You don't do that, right? Simple as that. Like, I don't get the two-facedness on that bullshit. Nuh-uh. Like, I have no issues putting people in jail regardless, right? If you assault me, depending on the situation, either I'm gonna assault you much worse, or you're going to jail. All right, because like I will defend myself, either legally or like Batman. All right, I'll break your fucking kneecaps. I don't care. You know, like. The thing is, I have literal proof and my family has seen it and they believe me until my dad gives them an excuse. Be like, just tell them to quit being childish then. Fuck it. Others that way? Yeah, I don't know. I cannot grasp the concept of dealing with that kind of shit. I'd be like, nah, fuck that. I don't need that in my life. Go fuck yourself. And I would just be out. Like, nope. No, not for me. This has been like a very, like, I wouldn't say deep, but like touchy subject stream that we've had. I just wanted to show off I'm a hologram today, in that like I'm Cortana because I can't play Halo right now because my computer is going fucky wucky every time I load it up now, and I'm very sad. But like, you know, whatever. Now I'm Cortana. I think it'd be really cool to have like a Cortana styled outfit. And it technically wouldn't be considered nude because it's Cortana. And no, I'm not wearing the Halo 5 fucking outfit. That's stupid. I'm thinking more like Halo 4. But that is way down the line if I ever do that. Plus, I should really focus on having some male models. All right, like I don't really use the waifu voice English. I don't really use the waifu voice much, so I should probably, you know, make male models. But I like being cute and pretty. I mean, after having dealt with this for a lifetime, you kind of don't know about other kind of relationships. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. You've seen other ones. You know that it's shit. Therefore, you know other relationships aren't meant to be like that. Bro, I think the hologram is really cool. It's pretty. Oh, thank you. Hi, I'm Cortana. Hi, I'm Cortana. Hi, I'm Cortana. The thing is, I can't make it anything other than purple. I don't know how to make it blue. I wanted to make it blue, but it wouldn't let me. Sky, hello. What the fuck is this? I don't want to hear that. That sounded stupid as shit. Sorry, Game Chops, that sounded bad. I'm not here for lyrics in my music. I listen to background noise. God damn. Yeah, I know there is, but I feel like I'm not doing the right thing unless I'm being treated like that. That's nah. Fix that. Fix that. Fix your brain. Fix your brain. All right. Like, no. Fix your brain. I think the purple looks really cool and glowy. Yeah, like I like purple, but I was just like, I'm gonna be purple because that's all I've got going because I can't change it. And I think it's just because my skin tone has like the slightest purple hue to it, even though it's gray, that it caused it to go super bright purple. So I was like, okay, whatever. So, but I was gonna go for blue. So it's like Cortana. Heard of the Cortana bug? No. Are we talking about like Windows Cortana? Because I uninstall that bitch the second I install Windows. You know what I mean? Like, the first thing I do when I install Windows is get rid of all the excess bullshit. Mind you, the next time I go to install Windows, I'm going to install Atlas OS because it's pretty much like a super cut down Windows. Like, it uses like a fraction of the CPU and RAM and everything. Someone 3D printed Cortana from Halo? I don't doubt that. I would have done it if I had a 3D printer. BRB, I need to run to the store and get some snacks. Oh, rub it in, why don't you? I'm out here starving Marvin. Ain't got no snickety snack. Not even in a big pack. And my tummy goes happening all the time. And you just rub it in there, you're gonna go get yourself some chips. Cannot believe you. How could you do this to me? I thought we were friends. Not health arson. Abuse child doesn't know they're being abused if that's all they know. Yeah, pretty much. Is out of clear filament? Oh, okay. I will believe you. I don't know what we're talking about anymore unless you're still talking about a 3D printed Cortana, in which case there's probably millions of them. Alright. What else do we want to talk about today? We talked about Assassin's Creed. We talked about like heavy life issues. I talked a little bit about Oblivion, about how I broke Reshade and it led to me doing this. And I was like, this is cool. How my computer was struggling. Oh, I got snow here again. Yeah. I hate it. I hate it. It's snowy. Again. It was t-shirt weather 2 days ago. It's shit. It's shit. Literally, like, last night, I went out for a smoke. I was like, oh, it's a little bit rainy out. No big deal. All right. I go to come back in from my smoke. It's all ice. And I'm like, what the fuck? I'm somebody sliding. Right. I didn't fall. It's all good. And then today it's actually snowing. I'm like, what? 2 days ago, I was wearing a t-shirt outside, no problem. Like, what the fuck is Canada? Where Cortana activates itself and creates so many times it crashes your PC. Oh, see, I wouldn't know. I've never had Cortana on my computer. I've literally uninstalled that immediately. Every time. It just says, hi, I'm Cortana thousands of times, one after another. Oh, the thing is, it doesn't even sound like Halsey. Like, it doesn't sound like actual Cortana. I think that's what fucks me up. Like, if it actually sounded like it, I'd probably use it. I think when I get the new computer, I'm gonna try and set up either my own bot that is voice activated, or I might try and just use Cortana and try and make it so it works the way I want it to. Like, I eventually want to have it so I've got like a smart home kind of thing going on. My computer can control shit. But like, I'm not worried about that yet. Like, my computer is barely even dumb, alright? Like, it is brain dead, alright? So like, I'm not even gonna think about having a smart computer. Alright, like, no. Sorry, Phoenix. You burned out enough brain cells. But nah. But like, that is the plan. One day have like a really cool, like, smart home kind of thing going on. But I gotta get big and famous. And I'm realizing the stuff that I want to do probably isn't going to help too much, but like, it is what it is. Like, I want to make like how-to videos to be able to help people. And like, I'm so sad that I can't get this Sunday. I won't have a video. I was good for an entire month where I had videos, but like, this video is gonna be so awesome when it's done, right? Like, it's a longer video, but like, the way I'm doing it is gonna be super nice, provided that it turns out right. So it'll also be super useful. So I'm definitely gonna bug a bunch of people to check it out and then share it around, because like, I want it to go boom. I want it to work. You know, like, I want this to be like, people are like, oh, that's good. And then maybe I'll be able to make more videos just as good. Because like, pretty much the only way that I grow right now is like my YouTube shorts. Which, you know, cool, right? But like, I feel like for a little while, my YouTube shorts were not an accurate depiction of my content. They were just like TikTok voiceovers. But now I'm just like taking like I'm going through my VODs and I'm clipping stuff. And like I'm posting it in the Discord in the Clips and Quotes channel. But then like, I'll take those and I'll turn them into like shorts, right? Like, I'll edit them. And I think I've kind of figured out how I want them edited now. So that's cool. And like obviously I've been evolving how I do it, but like, I think I've got it the way I want it now. And I'll be using that. And since it's, you know, stuff from stream, it'll be an accurate representation of what my streams are like, right? Obviously I've got chatting stuff, like we do chatting today, but like, I don't know, I want to get back into gaming. I want to like game with friends a whole lot, but you know, it is what it is. Also, starting next week, streams will be different. I love how I'm saying that after saying that it's gonna be accurate to streams is the shit I was just posting, but it's not actually gonna be anywhere. But still, we'll be starting next week. There will be no Monday or Wednesday streams. There will be streams Friday and Saturday nights, and they'll be at 7 p.m. And there is no like set amount of time for them, but I'm probably aiming for 4 hours. That way, it's still the same amount of hours streamed in a week. It's just only on 2 days instead of 3 days. And they're at the end of the week when people are actually able to show up, because most people can't show up on like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So post it in shit post so you can see it yourself. Wait. Oh, the Cortana thing? Okay. I will check that after stream. But yeah, so starting next week, streams will be Friday and Saturday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Like how tonight it was, you know, it was supposed to be 7 p.m., but it was obviously much later. And I'm not going to be doing movie night tonight, obviously, because it was super fucking late, and I've got a bunch of other shit that I have to do today. So I'm sorry. Once again, we are missing movie night. Movie night will still be on Fridays. Game night will still be on Saturdays, but they'll both be after stream. And if stream is going to be about 4 hours, that means that they'll be at about like 11 p.m. Well, Eastern time, of course, like my time zone. So that is going to be the plan for next week and going forward. So I have to update all of my banners on everything. I have to update my widgets. I have to update my descriptions on YouTube and stuff. Like, it's going to be a hell of a lot of stuff. But it is what it is. just know that starting next week, streams are only Friday and Saturday at 7 p.m. because I'm going to be taking more time during the week to do recording and editing. So, I want to get back into doing like Let's Play type stuff, but I want to do it in such a way that, because I used to do my Let's Plays on stream, and I found that like, I didn't, it's not that I didn't enjoy it, it's just more of like, I was looking to chat a little bit too much, even though I wasn't replying to it. So I just want to like do my own kind of thing. And I don't know if I'll be doing anything for the Let's Play channel for a little while, but I'm definitely going to be working on like my main YouTube stuff and like maybe changing up how I do things. Because like obviously I want to make like my how-tos, but I also want to make like other stuff, so maybe I'll sit down and record things that are specifically for it that aren't how-tos. But I don't know. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do on each platform for different things, because like maybe for my IRL YouTube I'll make content, right? And like maybe I'll make stuff on like anime, and that's just it. And then like my IRL TikTok is just me talking about the paranormal, right? Like that might be an idea, because like I don't know, like I have so many different interests in things and I want to do things differently. So I'm not entirely sure how I want to structure my content, because like if it has the same username, I should be doing the same thing, right? But I don't know, man. Like I'm known, like my IRL self is known for talking about the paranormal and like theology and like all sorts of shit like that in nature. So like, do I really want to use that as a way to start talking about like anime and shit now, right? For like my YouTube. But I could then move all of that type of talk to horror floor, because horror floor is like horror narration. So like it kind of goes along with that. So maybe I'll change my TikTok from Trash Boy to horror floor, and then Trash Boy could be only anime. Like I don't fucking know, right? But then I could also upload like my horror floor like creepy stuff onto that TikTok account. Like I'm trying to figure out what I want to do. Like I'm beyond lost on what I want to do, because I get bored way too easy. Like, I'm not sure if you guys have noticed, I am bored of fucking being a VTuber, but at the same time, it is what I'm most passionate about at the same time. Like, I don't get it, right? Like, I love being a VTuber. I just get bored. And I'm like, oh, I gotta change my model. I gotta learn how to do something else. Like, I literally just made this model like a month ago, and I'm already like, oh, let's make it into a hologram, right? Like, I get bored. Like, I constantly need to change shit, but I'm always doing something else, so I can't actually always change it. And I was like, man. And like, I like making IRL content, but then I also don't like, you know, needing to look pretty or presentable or whatever, right? Like, I don't know, man. Like, I'm just, it's too much. Like, some days I don't even want to go by Trash Mouse. I just want to go by Trash, right? But then I'm like, oh man, I can't rebrand all my shit because I already have the username everywhere. Well, you've already got all the other accounts with the same, where it says Trash and then something, so I'll just make one of those the main. I'm like, yeah, but then I literally lose my whole following. So, like, I don't want to, like, I want to work on so many different things. But, like, I don't want to just take a month off of doing something, you know? And, like, even, like, my IRL TikTok, I haven't posted on that in God knows how long. Just because I got bored of it. Mind you, I've also been dealing with, like, mental health shit. But, like, I got bored. I didn't want to talk about the paranormal. I didn't want to do voice acting. I didn't want to talk about anime. I didn't want to do anything, right? But now I want to talk about anime, but I don't want to talk about the paranormal. But like, I know the most about the paranormal, but I also know a shit ton about anime, but I don't want to completely change what that whole platform is. So I'm like, oh man, what the fuck? Like, I am beyond confused what I want to do. And I had a plan for everything. So now I got to sit down and replan it all, right? Like, I love being a VTuber, but like, I want to be like, you know what I mean? Like, obviously, like, I'm pumping out content for being a VTuber, like, constantly, right? But my IRL stuff has a much larger following. And I haven't been posting on it. So I was like, what the fuck? Plus, I want to get back into making adult content, right? But, like, I don't really want to do that aside from making money, you know? And it's like, alright, well, whatever. But, like, and it's not even hard. I just haven't. Because I don't want to, because I'm bored of doing IRL content. But now I'm getting bored of being a VTuber, meaning I need to do IRL content. But I'm not going to quit being a VTuber because, like, that's my main thing. It's what I'm known for. I think it doesn't matter what you do. It's going to be great. I appreciate that, but that doesn't help. You know, like, if I'm making content on one platform or another, does make a huge difference, right? Like, my IRL TikTok dropped below 6,500, right? Because I was at 6,500 and something, right? It's under 6,500 now. It's like 6,400 something, right? Still way more than my VTuber TikTok, but like my VTuber TikTok posts 2, sometimes 3 times a day, right? Same thing with YouTube, right? Twice, sometimes 3 times a day, plus streams, right? Plus YouTube videos every week, right? And I'm like, yeah, I like VTuber stuff. I like making my VTuber stuff. I like doing things as a VTuber. My main shit is being a VTuber, but I'm like, when I do my IRL stuff, all I do is talk about the paranormal, and like I want to talk about anime and stuff too. So like, I want to just, I already have another channel that is dedicated to creepy encounters, right? And it's narration. I haven't posted on that in a while because I got bored of it, right? Like, do I just want to merge those and then use the personification of Trash Boy as like talk about anime, or do I just make another fucking channel, right? Like, I don't know. I don't know. It's a struggle, man. And like, I still want to be known as Trash, but like, what the fuck would I go by for like anime related shit? You know? Because like Trash Boy is associated with like paranormal and nature. Like that's it. Like that is what TikTok has solidified it as. Talk about the paranormal and talk about nature, right? So that's what it's identified as. I also want to use it for like, you know, random outdoor shit because that's kind of related, you know? So like bushcraft kind of stuff is related to nature, so I could do that, and then I could expand from there into like building things, and that could be what my YouTube is for it, right? And like the YouTube could be building things, bushcraft related, and like stuff around like the property that I wanted to, right? Little projects, all right? Because it's still related in a way, right? And then I could also be like, oh, like this is like a review of like this paranormal type thingy that I got, and like I felt this or did this or blah blah blah, right? So what if Trash Boy is just you talk about different things every once in a while? Because again, Trash Boy is already solidified as talk about the paranormal and talking about nature. Literally everything I've ever posted on Trash Boy, the TikTok account, related to anime or voice acting, bombs. Like absolute, like nothing on it. Like no interaction whatsoever, because it's not what people know me as, right? Even though I wanted to get into doing voice acting stuff for it. So I was like, all right, well, fuck it, right? So like a voice acting is going to be just completely separate, right? I'll probably just associate that with Trash Mouse because VTubers do everything. It doesn't matter. Like some of us are idols. Some of us are just fucking artists. Some of us are just fucking like MMD dancer type bullshit, you know, like it doesn't matter. Like we are a jack of all trades. We are just an anime character that does stuff, right? Like that's what we are. So it doesn't matter. I could do voice acting with it. I could do dancing with it. I could do singing. I could do art. It doesn't matter. It's all associated with the same thing because that's what VTubers are known for. We're a jack of all trades kind of thing, right? But talking about anime is not one of those types of things, all right? Because like that is a specific niche, and a lot of people in the anime scene, believe it or not, don't like VTubers. So like if I were to be like talking about like Dragon Ball power scaling bullshit, right? Nobody wants to hear it from a VTuber at all, right? Ironically, the largest ones that do that are ping-tubers, even though they don't classify themselves as ping-tubers. They just have little animatic characters, but like they're ping-tubers, all right? But like, no. The one about making a new channel where it's just you and some friends having a conversation about random stuff. Like that's what I'm thinking, but like at the same time, like what the fuck would I call it? Because I can't call it like trash takes or anything like that because that's already a fucking thing, right? I can't call it trash taste because that's already a fucking name. That's already a thing. I can't, like, what the fuck would I call it? You know? And I'm not going to associate it with mouse because I don't go by mouse, I go by trash. So it's like, fuck. Like, what would I do? What would I do? You know, like, it's... And, like, I feel like if I were to, like, call it, like, say, like, trash manga, right? People are just going to assume that I'm calling the manga trash, right? Like, it's trying to find a happy balance, right? Like, trash plays. That makes sense because, like, I can be bad at the game. Also, I go by trash. Trash mouse. Yeah, I am a mouse. And also, I go by trash. Trash boy. I am a boy. And also, I go by trash. All right? Like, horror floor. It's just, it's a place to watch horror shit. Like, that's what it is, right? Like, trash truck. How the fuck does that have to do with anime? I'm not Truck Coon. All right? I'm not gonna call it Trash Coon or anything like that, or Trash Chan, because that'd be fucking dumb. I don't know what to do anymore, man. It becomes difficult. Kill me now. So yeah, that is my dilemma right now. Is trying to figure out what I want to do as trash when it comes to do I really have the passion though to start up another YouTube channel just to talk about anime? And then, because if I'm gonna do that, I'm also gonna have to make short versions of my videos, like incredibly short, to use as YouTube shorts, which might as well also make a TikTok account to post them on there. All right, like what am I gonna do there? And like that doesn't even take into account me wanting to get back into doing using my Instagram and my Facebook and like posting content on there, because I've already got the gaming Instagram account, which also posts to the Facebook account. All right, so I do like a bunch of like video game photography for like Forza, Elden Ring, whatever the fuck else I'm playing, right? I did also do like my minimalistic art. Haven't done that in fucking forever, right? And I've got a minimalistic art Instagram account. I haven't posted on that in so long. Okay. And then I've also got like my IRL Instagram. I don't post on that at all. But if I'm gonna post on that, well, that's Trash Boy. Guess what? Trash Boy for that is probably gonna be a little bit of spicy pictures so I can get attention. I'm gonna post goth pics. I'm gonna post like me in cosplay maybe. I'll post me in barely TOS acceptable outfits and things and poses in order to get attention. Trash talkers, that's already a thing. So like I think that Instagram's already a thing. And then like my VTuber one, what do you think it's gonna be? It's just gonna be my fucking YouTube shorts. It's gonna be my you know, spicy pictures because I'm just trying to get attention, right? That's all it is. So like I would have to make another Instagram too, probably, right? Because why the fuck not? Right? It's another platform to post shit on. And I'm like, man, I need like a team. Like I need like managers. I need people that'll post my content for me. I need editors. I don't want to do everything by myself anymore. All right, like I'm losing track, bro. Like that's what it is. Like I'm not doing well. All right, like I'm not able to keep up with my own shit no more. Like I have too much going on. But like I need to, because I get bored too quick and then I do something else. I got you. I could be a free manager. Okay, but like Fish, you know what that implies, right? That means that you would have to be like making sure that, hey, we're sticking to a schedule. All right, did you get this recorded? No. All right, go get that recorded and then send it off, and then I'll let the editor know, because I need an editor, right? Fuck, at this point I need 3 editors. All right, like goddamn. And then I need like someone else to be able to post for me, right? Whether or not the editor wants to do that as well, I don't fucking know, right? Like it's trying to get all that done, right? Like it's I can't keep up with my own self, right? Because I'll be making stuff. You know how many things I have literally recorded, half edited, just sitting there? Like I haven't in like my whole like lore. It's already like fully narrated, all right? Like the recording's already done. The video is literally like half put together, right? The thumbnail is already made. I just haven't gone around to finishing it because I got bored of it. All right, like that's what I do. I just can't keep on track with things because I get bored and start working on something else. Can't edit, but I can tell people what to do and how to do it. God damn it. Okay, but like, do you understand like SEO? Like search engine optimization? Do you know keywords that are needed for like descriptions? Do you know how to write descriptions properly? Do you know how to make thumbnails? Do you know how to make appropriate titles for things? Like that's all stuff that is necessary to be able to post. Like there's a reason why like the majority of like good editors out there that also like post the content for the person, they just do the recording and all that, and like they have rights to whatever. They get paid like 60 grand a year. Okay, there's a reason why. All right, and that's in USD, not CAD. All right. Yeah, never mind. I can post your stuff. Yeah. Like it is so much, and I'm like, bro, like I know what I'm doing, I just don't want to do it anymore, and like I need to keep doing it. Like literally, if someone were to do all of my editing for me, I'd be fine. I could keep up with all the scheduling. I'd be able to like record more, right? Thing is, I don't have the money to pay somebody. so I can't do that. Meaning that I fall behind. So, like, I'm slowly cutting things out of what I do. Like, Instagram and Facebook, cut those out, right? So I'm like, all right, I got more time. I'm not scheduling posts for as long, all right? I don't need to do, like, my VR photo shoots anymore, right? Because, like, I'm not posting on Instagram right now. Yes, I was posting those on Twitter as well, but fuck it, you know? So, I struggle. All right, like, it is my problem right now. So I'm like, all right, cutting back. All right, we're doing YouTube, we're doing TikTok, all right? And we're keeping up on Twitter. That is all, right? And pretty much Twitter also means I'm keeping up on VTubers.me or whatever the fuck it is, because it's just Twitter. So I just put the same post on both, all right? Like, I just copy paste, that's all. Brain work. Because, like, nobody uses Hive. Everyone used Hive for, like, a whole 3 days, and then no one used it, all right? But the VTubers one, it seems to be working. But, yeah, I mean, I'm willing to help in any way that I can. Kind of slow, but I can try. Like, that's the thing. I don't want to, like, inconvenience people either, right? Like, I can't afford to pay people, so, like, if they're doing it, like, they need to be willing to do it for free, for one, and be able to do what I need, which is just too much to ask. Like, I can't do that, especially not being able to afford to pay for it. So, like, I can't do that, which sucks, because it's what's you know, making me fall behind on what I want to be doing, right? Like, I'm gonna, this is my fucking year. I'm putting in the work this year, all right? That way, for next year, I'll be able to afford a couple of editors and, like, a manager and shit, right? But right now, no, I can't afford that, so I'm doing the work myself. I am fucking doing it, all right? But, nah, man, I can't keep up with myself no more. It's crazy. Like, how can I not keep up with myself? Like, the amount of projects I have that are just half saved. And, like, or I guess they're saved, but, like, you know, half done. Just chilling, right? Like, do you know how many, like, dozens of photos I have to post on my gaming Instagram that I've not posted? And they are edited. I just haven't posted them. Do you know, like, how many videos I have literally half done just sitting there? Like, I get bored. I can't do it. I don't want to do it. I get bored. And then I want to go and do something else. Like, hey, let's go make an anime-related channel where I can just talk about anime and power scaling different things. Like, oh, you didn't know this much about this character. Blah, 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 blah. Right? Because I'm a fucking know-it-all when it comes to Dragon Ball. And a shit ton of knowledge on Naruto. Right? Like, hell, I know a shit ton about One Piece. I don't even like One Piece. All right? Like, I know things. And I want to talk about it. But then I get bored. And I don't talk about it. Or if I'm going to talk about it, be like, hey, will this actually take off? Oh no, now I have to figure out a different, like, method with fucking SEO when it comes to this particular subject, because I don't fucking know, right? Like, man. Like, if I were to get into, like, making anime videos, right now would be the perfect time to talk about, like, Dragon Ball, because the whole Seth the Programmer thing, right? Because now there's a lot of people looking at it that never even cared about Dragon Ball, but there's all this, like, ooh, what did this guy do, right? So anything related to him is going to then relate to Dragon Ball, because his entire SEO is based around Dragon Ball and Naruto and stuff like that. So it'll only make you, like, grow quicker, right? And it's just specifying what your YouTube is actually going to be about, because everyone's like, oh, YouTube algorithm's out to get you. And the YouTube algorithm has nothing to do with you as a creator. It has to do with viewers. If you're not making content viewers want to watch, then they aren't going to watch it, because, like, the algorithm studies the viewer, not the creator. It just says, oh, this channel is Naruto related. This person watches Naruto content. I'll show them this video, right? It has nothing to do with your content as a creator, right? It has to do with, or with you as a creator. It has to do with the content that you create and if it's worth watching, right? Like that's all. That's all. And, like, everyone's like, oh, but, like, oh, this video tanked, so my next one's gonna be shit. No, like, literally, like, every video is in its own fucking algorithm for, like, how its SEO is set up. That is all. Like, if I were to, like, today make a video, right? Like, okay, say for an entire year I'm making how-to videos, right? And then one day, and, like, say those are making, like, an average amount of views, right? Like, they're all, like, pretty much the same, right? If I make a Naruto video explaining why, like, Shisui is not a good character, right? Because, no offense, he's not. He's cool, but he's not a good character. He's a fucking idiot, all right? If I were to make that video, right, number one, I'm talking about a negative thing about a character everyone seems to love, and if I bring up all these points, people are going to watch it just to be mad at me, and there's going to be a lot of engagement on it, right? That video is going to blow up. It's going to be related to that. But my channel is now confusing to people, because no one's going to come back to watch my channel. So if I make more videos, like why Itachi is not a good big brother, right? And people are like, no, he was doing it for his brother, blah, 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 and this, that, whatever. And it's like, bruh, like, you know, like, people are gonna, like, only the Naruto people are gonna come back for that, right? But, like, no one's gonna be watching the other stuff. Now I'm putting 2 different algorithms for 2 different watchers, right? So now my channel is picked as 2 different things. So the other videos are still gonna get the exact amount of engagement, but these other 2, which are now new, they're gonna be shown to a completely different audience, and it's gonna be, like, growing at its own rate. So people might subscribe, they might not subscribe, purely based off of that, right? But then when I post a how-to video, they are gonna see it, they're gonna not watch it, all right? That means that that video itself is gonna be viewed less, because it was from a channel they're subscribed to, but it's not being shown to the people that are subscribed to that channel anymore, right? So like, it's confusing, right? But every video is in its own algorithm, and any video can blow up. So, you know what I mean? Like, it's just, it's too much to need to put up with. It is too much. So I'm like, oh man. So that's why we diversify and make different channels for things, you know? Like there's, yeah, no, like it's, I think having a clips channel, I really don't need a clips channel because I make my clips into YouTube shorts, right? So like there's really no point to it, but I do have it. You know what I mean? Nice to meet you. This is my first time here. Real Japanese. Subscribe to your channel. Hey, I appreciate that, homie. Thank you for being here. Just remember that it is an English only channel. Hopefully you're having a fantastic day. I'm just complaining about how I have too many ideas for different things, and that is my main problem. It's been a fun time, but it's something. It's something, all right. That's what I'll call it. It's something. Yeah. It's a struggle. All right. Why is that playing? That should not be playing. All right. Though funny enough, like I'm complaining about all these things, and yet as you guys saw, I literally just told you 2 video ideas that I have. Like I could easily make those videos. What's your thought on Susan stepping down? I mean the person that's replacing Susan is he's been here just as long as she has. So like it's really not that much of a difference for YouTube. It's not gonna be. She's just retiring, right? Like she's not, but she's just retiring. My only complaint is apparently that guy likes NFTs, so who knows? Maybe NFTs can eventually become a good thing if Google's in control of them. Personally, not a fan of NFTs. I have nothing against them. I'm just not a fan of them, right? Like, it's just an interesting concept, all right? It is no different than, like, buying an actual, like, painting, right? But it's online, right? You can resell it. Sure. It's backed by crypto. Crypto is definitely the future because eventually all paper billing and whatnot is going to be gone. Eventually, we're going to become, like, a single world economy as opposed to different countries having different economies because at some point, we are going to move to other planets. Chances are it's not going to be in any of ours lifetime, but at some point, she's graduating. Yeah, pretty much. But, like, eventually, we're going to leave Earth as a species, and there will be people that stayed on Earth. So, for example, if we move to Mars, right? As unlikely as that is, even though it makes the most sense, it's unlikely. They would have their own currency. So you might as well use, like, a crypto. Fair enough, Yemish. If you were to have, like, a crypto, well, internet could, in theory, go planet to planet with satellites, you know? So you would be able to make an exchange with people on Mars, right? So it just makes sense to have, like, a global economy, and then we exchange our stuff with, like, another globe's economy. And if it's entirely just internet-based and we can have that connection going across, I guarantee you the future will have faster internet, right? If we're able to travel to another planet and inhabit it, I'm sure we could find a way to have, like, super fast connection between planets at some point, all right? You just need a big enough satellite. So, Gundam is coming true? Yeah, kind of. So then we'd be able to have an economy where it connects to each other. But that's not going to work if you have like the Canadian dollar is different from the American dollar, and then like the Martian version of like Australia, right, has like their own currency, because now we got to convert it that way. Like, it's already hard to convert currency with all the countries we have on our planet. Eventually we're going to become a single economy, right? Like, that's just the future. Eventually it's going to lead that way, right? It's going to fuck up a lot of people for a long time, but eventually it's going to balance all out, right? And then it'll just be like, oh, how much do you have? Oh, this much. Okay, cool, right? And it'll just be global. Forgot I had lipstick on, and I was trying to eat a popsicle, and there's lipstick on it. Get fucked. So like eventually we're gonna have that. So NFTs just kind of make sense to go along with that. It's something that that currency has worth, or that is worth a lot of that currency. But who knows? Like, maybe we'll start like at treating it like stocks for YouTube videos, right? Like, this is just an idea that I'm throwing off the top of my head, right? But like, a percentage of that video is how much someone invests in us, right? Therefore, they're getting returns on how much we make off that income. But because of that, it's also helping us because there's an investment put forth, right? Therefore, we can also make the thumbnail into an NFT, and that NFT can then grow into making, like, if it's being bought or sold off, it can be like another way for us to gain income, which then helps those people that are treating us like a stock, right? They get a return that's also large because of the investment, right? Like, that's just off the top of my head. Not something I think should happen, right? But it's an example of something that could happen in the future, right? You gotta remember, YouTube is owned by Google. Google likes making money. And Google is not gonna put someone in charge of YouTube that is gonna be bad for money. Like, and if they are, they're gonna replace them really quick, right? But this guy has been around for fucking forever. So it's not much of a difference. God, could you imagine if we became stocks? Like, imagine like your actual like tier 3 simping actually was like had returned dividends other than us saying your name. Like, could you imagine? That'd be the funniest shit. What the fuck is wrong with my character's face? What? Why is it so fucked up? What happened to my model? Did VC Face break my model? Because I was noticing that, like, my mouth is set wrong. Like, that's so stupid. What the fuck? Moisty, I can do some moisty. Alright. Okay. Yeah, that was just an idea that I had there. Don't worry too much about it. I don't know. My computer is super broken right now anyway, so I'm not too concerned about it. But well. Yeah, so I'm not concerned about YouTube changing because of the Susan stepping down. It's honestly not a big deal. I don't know, why did you have concerns about it, Yumish? Man, I want to play Halo, but I also don't want to play Halo. I only want to play Halo with friends. I've realized it got boring by myself now. Mind you, I'm probably going to sit down and play through Lasso at some point when I get shit working again. Maybe popcorn after stream and gonna watch a movie or so. Yeah, tonight was supposed to be movie night, but I mean, since we started super late, I'm not doing that tonight because I got other shit to do tonight. But, you know, next week, I'll show you guys the schedule at some point in the Discord as well. Like, I'll just update it so you guys know. But yeah, just Friday, Saturday, 7 p.m. But instead of being roughly 2 hours, they'll probably be 4 hours. Don't expect them to always be 4 hours. Because, like, sometimes I don't want to stream. Like, or I'd run out of energy for stream or something to talk about. Like, I get bored. And I'm like, well, rather than boring you guys, it's better to just, you know, call it quits here and we can hang out later, right? Like, But movie night will still be Fridays, just not tonight. And next week, Friday, Saturday, instead of Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Okay. And it'll be starting at the same time, though. And then movie night will be after Friday, game night will be after Saturday. Ah, shit. It's Cortana's cousin. You what's up, bitch? I'm gonna watch Bluey, Hello Kitty, Strawberry Shortcake, Rush Hour, or just listen to music and clean. I recommend listening to music and clean because you're weird. Alright. Yeah, that is the plan for starting next week. So I have to update literally everything, man. YouTube descriptions, fucking widgets on my Twitch. I have to update all my banners across everything. It'll be a pain. Really need to finish cleaning your room? Then do it up. Listen to music and clean your room, bitch. La 72% cute today and a 5 out of 10 gamer. Not bad, Dante. Not bad, my friend. So do you like the hologram thing, my friend? I mean, don't mind all like the dots behind me. I can't really get rid of those. I'm doing my best, okay? I'm doing my best, but there's not a whole lot I can do. Just enjoy the fact that I'm a hologram now. I am a glitch mouse. I can do what I want. Feeling positive how I haven't gone down so far. I don't know, man. Imagine not being 97% cute, Dante. Wow, okay. Look at this fucking fish out here. What do you normally get? Like below 10? But I mean, what? What? Not me calling you out. No big deal. No big deal. Don't worry about it. It's not a big deal. Last time I got like 5 out of 10 or 3 out of 10. As you should. Alright, however, we are going to be rating 𝐂𝐡𝐚𝐭, so I appreciate you guys all being here. Gotta move my energy drink before I knock it over on my keyboard. And, bada boom, links. Alright, check that out. Go to my website. Follow me across everything, alright? Boost my serotonin levels, alright? Make my ego go up, alright? If you're not part of the Discord, you know, join the Discord. Okay, I'm sure most people here are part of the Discord, but join the Discord. If you would like to get free assets, or if you want to pay $1 for 𝐕𝐢𝐤𝐠, go check them out. All right, go grab them. All right, and also, if you guys are at all interested in seeing what I plan on getting for my own setup, you can check it out right there on my throne. I'm not saying buy me shit. You can if you want, but I'm just saying go check it out because I have a bunch of stuff on there that I plan to get in the future, and I want you guys to see my plans. All right, I love you all. Is that fish camp? Yes. I love you guys. I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your evening, and I will see you on next Friday. Next Friday. Obviously, I'll be in the Discord, but like, you know, next Friday. All right. So go show 𝐂𝐡𝐚𝐭 some love. He's a good boyo. It appears that he's playing Black Ops 3. He's probably playing zombies, knowing him. So yeah, show some support that way. I hope you guys all had a fantastic time enjoying the new model. We had a very fun chat this evening. Kind of deep, kind of dumb. Lots of weirdness. All right. And I appreciate you guys. All right. Okay. We're done. We're good. All right. We got 5 seconds. So I love you. Go smooch chumps and give 𝐂𝐡𝐴 a kick in the butt. All right. Bye-bye.